Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
pressing the buttons.
Yes, pressing the buttons. Hello, people. Welcome. What's up? How you doing? Today we got a pretty nice, exciting Best of 9 series. Dream and Stats. And with me is none other than the one and only himself. You want to introduce yourself? Estrella.
Woo, that's me.
It is you. Can hardly believe it. But anyway, you know, it's going to be nice having a little bit of actual insights now being mixed in between my randomness. Just my old...
No, I gotta say, whenever I watch your casting, it seems like you do a pretty good job.
I
pretty
do?
knowledgeable casting. Yeah.
I do? Oh, wow, damn. Well, most of it is just repeating what I hear you guys say, so, you know. Most of it. Dreedy1, thank you for that follow. Welcome to ITaX, I suppose. But yeah, I've been. By the way, maybe this is something we can kind of roll about or like roll ideas about when it's like we have this new thing where we actually in the screen say how many subs we have, and right now I named it Alpha Squad, kind of like you know, it reminded me of Star Wars, that type of stuff. Alpha Leader and Red Squad, something like that, you know? But I don't know, maybe we can come up with something better. What do you say?
Estrella
we
boys.
gotta Estrella boys? It's not your stream. Although we could do that for today, just now. Make it Estrella boys. Oh, Pearl's here as well. Pearl's saying you have a very calming voice.
Thank you, Pearlescent.
Pearlescent.
Pearlescent?
I'm not sure.
Pearlescent?
Maybe it's just Pearlescent.
That sounds reasonable.
Or Pearl E-scent, you know, like e-cigarettes, but then electronic smells.
You just compared her name to like an e-cigarette?
Well, no, just the E, like e-sports as well, right?
E-gaming?
E-gaming, yeah, exactly. Alright. People are rolling in here. Looks like everybody has seen the GSL. Now coming in here. Were you happy with the GSL results today? Also, if you don't want to hear the GSL results of today, what are you doing? It was on just now, so I'm sure everyone here has seen it, right? Otherwise, just close your ears for a moment. Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy because
Partying?
I really like partying. I like partying, my boy. And
yeah.
Protoss has succeeded today.
It has, hasn't it? A couple of times I thought Bunny was gonna do it there, but unlucky.
I was actually extremely impressed by Parting's play all through today.
Yeah, it was really cool. A little bit aggressive, perhaps, but
it's definitely Parting's style. It's not like he's gonna play a stats macro game, but
that's
even
true.
his macro, when it did turn into a macro game, it looked quite strong.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, Chiyama, thank you. Any predictions for today? I feel like Dream is slightly favored here.
Really?
Nobody's favored over Stats. Stats a beast. Although I feel like more aggressive Protoss might be a little bit better these days. Although maybe in the PvT matchup, it's not so much. What do you say? Do you think Protoss right now is more favored towards the in PvT particular towards the aggressive side or the macro side?
I think both are okay. Probably a good mix of both. Even though that sounds a bit like obvious, you know. It's always good to mix in both the aggressive and the macro strategies.
Yeah, I guess
as long as you're unpredictable, it's a lot harder to play against.
Yeah, makes sense. What's up, Big Black Hawk? Always, whenever I say that name, I'm like, oh, I gotta watch out.
That's always a Monka S name to read.
Yeah. Better watch my mouth now. Yeah, we're doing good, man. I got Estrella here with me. Once again, I failed to pre-download the right thing, so I can have your name underneath the other screen. So you're just gonna have to be very active in the chat, I suppose. Hey, Estrella, thank you, man.
I'm back. I
That's
subscribed.
awkward. Oh god, now I gotta change this as well. Hold up. While we're loading up. Making my life difficult, man. Actually, we're only 10 people away now from that goal. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We started off on 15 when we started doing this, and now we're at 20. So it's nice. It's nice. Going in the right direction. Remember to give Estrella some space to cast as well, Kozen. I mean... I don't think so. I don't think... This is my domain.
Kozen is the captain here, let's be real.
That's right. That's right. You talk when I tell you to. Mr. Hawk wants to know if you're half Korean. I don't think you are. Are you?
Man, my instinct is to just start building probes when I see this loading screen.
I had the same thing with the Terran. I just actually selected the
build worker.
My arms shoot to the keyboard like, oh god! Quick, press S.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, with that out of the way, we'll get into the caster roles here. In the bottom left side, there's the red Terran player fighting for Brave Star Gaming. He is Dream. Sounds like a goat noise almost. Dream. When you say like.
In the top right corner, we have the one and only Kim Daeob stats.
My, you know the Korean names as well. Impressive.
Of course I know I know pretty much every Korean pro's name. I think.
What about Dreams? What's Dreams?
That's Jo Jung Hyuk, I think. I could be wrong about that one actually. I think I'm wrong about that one. I know most of them though. Dream is like one of the few I'm not certain about.
All right. What's the best name that one of them has? Which has the best in real life name?
Best real life name.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard question. I guess Wan Isak is pretty cool.
Wan Isak. Okay.
Yeah, I like Isak.
Isak.
his foreign name is just Isaac, but in Korean it's Isak.
It's funny how like most of those Koreans and also Chinese people, they usually have like some sort of a foreign name as well, right? Because they just don't expect any foreigner to really know how to pronounce their name or something.
Yeah, I suppose that's true for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Most foreigners probably just call him Parting though.
Yeah, true. But then, like, also a lot of people, well, you know, the Westerners, in a case, Europeans, Americans, those people, we don't do it the same way around. We're not like, oh, let me think of a cool Korean name so that they know how to call me.
That is true, but
we just expect them to learn.
Well, normally what they do is they just make the closest approximation. So, like, my name would be Meksu in Korean instead of Max, or something like that. Your name would be like Kotjan.
Kotjan.
Because I don't have Z's.
Kotjan.
Anyways, Kotjan.
That's nice. That's nice. I might have to switch. I don't have to be called really Kozen then anymore on all those platforms.
Yeah, really Kotjan.
Oh man. Alright, is there anything interesting happening so far? The Twilight Council, most likely Blink,
StarCraft,
right?
interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be... There's sometimes you'll see a Dark Shrine, but...
I think this is just a scouting Hellion, right? Just Reaper didn't really get in there.
Yeah, this has become a lot more common. For whatever reason, a lot of players are just building this one Hellion.
I think this is... Actually, I might know this build, actually.
From which player?
It originated from either Maru or Innovation, maybe one of those guys, but I think this might be the build where... I could be wrong, but you want to start off with a medevac drop. He made a Hellion, but he still is going to go with the 2 Widow Mines, actually. So, it's looking kind of like after this one, right? They want to make siege tanks as well, and then a Liberator. get the Liberator on the main base, medevac drop, the natural, and then siege tank push with Marines on the main frontal. Because the Liberator keeps like 3 Stalkers at the main base, the Widowmine drop keeps Stalkers at the natural. And then the Marine siege tank push usually gets something done. Well, not if you lose the medevac, of course. Could be completely wrong about this, but...
Survive. There's no Stalkers in position now. The Stalkers are actually being used very aggressively, which is a bit abnormal. Normally you'll defend the drop first and then be aggressive, but Stats is going right in. He's actually going to stop this bunker, maybe?
Well, he did do a lot of damage on that medevac already, so...
Yep, the Widow Mines are coming in, though. Stats does react.
After a while, he... he does, yeah. Alright, so yeah, this is another thing about it, right? So, oh, actually, Dream gonna use this medevac more so. Interesting. Yeah, this... Okay, this is not that push.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, if you're right, that's the wild prediction, because this just looks like a standard Widow Mine drop, you know? If you can see the future, I would have been very impressed.
I almost did. I almost did.
almost.
Dream just, yeah, he wants to get creative with it, you know? I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But, yeah, but...
Anyways,
normally, you know, losing the Widowmine overall with the medevac, it does, of course, keep a lot of those Stalkers backwards. And that kind of facilitates a lot of the siege tank push its aggressiveness, or, like, helpfulness.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway.
And then sometimes a Liberator later, like you were saying, but since it did die, Stats is very comfortable sending all his Stalkers across the map.
Yep.
Some players like Innovation will just never send it in and just like leave it outside the natural, so you can never send your Stalkers across the map, but... Oh my gosh, what a blink.
Well then, I mean, a lot of bio here to kind of punish it, so he's losing a lot of those Stalkers, but, I mean, he's blinking out now. This is awkward. I'm not sure who got out on top of that one. Guess he loses the siege tank, but it's a lot of Stalkers.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised looking at the units lost at. I would have expected it to be a bit worse for Stats than that.
Yeah, same. It looks like he still managed to kill off a lot of Marines as well.
Yeah.
14.
I don't know how important the tank kill was, but he did get it.
Yeah, true. Well, it doesn't really look like he wanted to start pushing with the tank either, right? I feel like it was mostly there just to kind of help out against aggressive Stalkers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking also, and if that was its job, it definitely did it. A lot of Stalkers lost their lives for that tank.
That's true, that's true. Now, he does have a good amount of Immortals, some sentries there as well. And getting shield batteries here. So he knows, or at least feels like there's something aggressive coming across, right? You wouldn't get a cannon and 2 shield batteries at this moment in time just for safety reasons, right? Would you?
Usually
Maybe?
no. Sometimes you'll throw down a safety shield battery and sometimes a cannon, but usually not. Like he has it at the natural also. He has quite a bit of static defense here, right?
Yeah, that's true. But what about at the third base as well?
Sometimes it'll be a cannon and a shield battery, but usually it's not 2 shield batteries. It is a little much. But maybe it's because he lost so many Stalkers, he felt a little unsafe.
Research.
Oh yeah, it could be. It's a good call. Alright, well, they're both going for a drop. They kind of awkwardly just barely missed each other there. Observer is gonna spot this, but it's just now warping in Zealots, so not gonna be able to warp in any Stalkers in response. That medevac just barely still in vision. It's unfortunate. And he flies into a Widowmine as well on the other side. Oh dear. Oh, okay, Stats is paying attention.
So yeah, there's a Raven coming in to the third main army outside of the natural. The Raven's actually getting a lot of work done in the auto turret. And here comes the Widowmine drop now, but there's so much in position already for this. It actually gets out though.
Yeah, that's good. Very useful. The Warp Prism also survives, so a whole lot of hullabaloo, but not a lot happening here.
That's right, a lot of hullabaloo.
Oh, Raven might die though. Like, yeah, everything was kind of going on at the same time. Widowmine drop, Zealots with the Warp Prism, Raven. But ultimately only like, what, 3, 4 probes died? Nothing else?
Oh, the Raven goes down.
Alright.
Yeah, it wasn't much, but then again, all Dream lost was the Raven. Well, the Raven's actually quite a big loss, but
Yeah.
he didn't lose the mine drop.
I agree. I agree. It's just just seeing those observers mainly, right? So which is maybe the anti-armor missile too. What's
Yeah.
the bigger thing of those two? Would you say?
The detection or the anti-armor missile?
Yeah.
The anti-armor missile is huge if it gets a large chunk of the Protoss army.
By the way,
-3 armor.
Sorry, I'm already interrupting you while I'm asking you after you're answering the question, but I'm kind of interested in the anti-armor missile. How does it work with shields? Like, does it still take armor away from the shields as well, or does it just take armor away from the regular armor?
Yeah, it takes it away from the shield and the armor. So we have an attack coming in. Oh, that War Prism with... Okay, the War Prism goes down with 1 Templar in it. 3 are still alive. Storm on the right side. A lot of bio on the left-hand side. Can't tell who this is going well for yet.
Well, with that
we have a
War
drop
Prism
going
down.
into the 3rd.
Oh my, that is a good call. Alright, a lot of stuff happening there as well. Repositioning with this main army.
Yeah, Stats really seems like he wants to push you. He's got 2 storms left. All those Widow Mines on cooldown right now.
Storming on those SCVs, not too bad. 8 workers do fall. Some Widow Mines still can kind of safeguard this position. He didn't get Drilling Claws, did he? No, okay.
Well, Stats, by the way, I just noticed this, but Stats is floating a lot of money. I wonder what is going on with that. Oh, he just spent a bunch of it, but he was at like 1500 for a little bit there.
Maybe just really focused on that attack right there. I don't know. But yeah, again, I mean, let me check if the workers killed. Still kind of in favor here. Well, not really for anyone. Well, actually, Dream pretty much equal on the workers now, right? Should kind of put him on a good edge here. Army supply as well. I think he's in a pretty good spot.
That only has Storm as a splash damage, so if those got EMP'd, he's gonna have a real hard time winning this fight, I think.
Love this as well.
So
Dream
many
bringing
Widow
all of the drops that he was doing across the map as well now together for one big push here. EMPs need to land on top of those High Templar. Alright, chasing the Terran army always comes with the threat of Widow Mines. Is he trying to snipe the High Templar there? I'm not even sure.
He may have been. It seems like this fight is going really well for Dream though. All that's left are Stalkers, a couple Zealots. Yeah, this is so much stuff from Dream. He could maybe EMP a few more times. There's so many medevacs, so this bio is just not dying.
Yeah. Actually,
That's just desperately trying to keep warping in the Zealots to hold on to it.
desperation.
Yeah,
Doesn't.
like
Well, he's making disruptors too, but they're not going to be out in time, are they?
Those are always like the, oh, I have one chance, let me get all your bio, and then they dodge it.
And then it does, though, to be fair, so...
Maybe every 1 in 100 games you can come back, like if the Terran's not looking or something, let's see. Dream's already splitting up his army quite a bit.
It comes...
I guess it goes.
Yeah. Marine 2. Oh,
But-
this is... Oh, got picked off. Okay. Never mind. False hype.
It was almost an epic gamer moment, as
Yeah.
Tasteless was saying earlier today.
That's what we call epic gamer moments. But yeah, you can just hear that in one of those montages, right? Of like Mojo's top 10 e-gamer moments. I don't know. Anyway.
Anyways.
Anyway, it's
That's not a high disruptor count, but
drop into the main base
Yeah.
here. Those disruptors. Not really getting the connections yet that they were looking for, but I do kind of stim the bleeding there. But with the drop in the main base, yes, that steps out. Disruptors, they pack a mean punch, but they're not as good as at just going back and forth between bases.
yeah, that is definitely one of the weaknesses. When you're kind of running low on other army besides the disruptors, you can really easily abuse the speed of the disruptor.
Yeah, yeah. Bit unfortunate. But anyway, that's the first game into the favor of Dream. Off of the back of some pretty mediocre opening, I'd say as well. With it not really doing a lot of damage is what I mean. Right?
Yeah, it wasn't the best opener for him. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best. I mean, a lot of stalkers going down, so I don't know. It was a playable game, but
Yes, okay. It was okay. So any ideas on what stats, what mostly went wrong for stats there?
You know, I think stats is not warmed up yet. To be completely honest, he looked a bit sloppy that game with his Colossus transition. Normally comes out a bit sharper than that, and maybe just a few tiny mistakes here and there. I don't think that. I think he'll improve more as the series continues.
All right. I'd be down for that.
Me too.
Dream, yeah. Dream always is one of those alright Terrans that you don't really expect too much of. What? Wait, isn't he still in the round of 16 now, though?
Nah, he lost to Parting.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm confusing GSL with the other Alpha X event again. That's in GSL style. He did move on there, but he did lose to Parting, didn't he?
He lost twice to Parting, unfortunately.
Yeah. Kind of interested in against who he played in the other tournaments now. See if I can quickly find that as this game is loading up. Pro circuits. Let me take a look. He took on Trap. That's right. I forgot. I remembered that he took on a really good Protoss there, but didn't know who it was. But yeah, he 2-0'd Trap in that game.
In the pro circuit.
Yeah, the pro circuit number 2.
Ah.
Yeah. So how do stats and Trap their styles kind of compare to one another? Would you say?
I'd say they're quite similar. Stats favors the blink openers a bit, like a lot. Trap kind of does, and the biggest difference I think would be stats likes to tech up a bit harder earlier on, whereas Trap likes to get a faster fourth base. I would say, but they're pretty similar.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe Dream is just pretty good at against those macro kind of Protoss, right?
Yeah, Dream is quite good. Whenever I play, I often get destroyed by him when I play against him, just in macro games. It is part of the reason I'm excited to see stats take him on.
Yeah, get some new ideas. Alright, well, anyway, bottom right side, Red Terran, he is Brave Stars Gaming's Dream.
Dream. And in the top left, it is Dats.
Afrika Freaks. I think he's like one of the 4 or 5 players that play for Afrika Freaks.
Yeah, they've got Armani, DRG,
Sue
also.
Is anyone
pretty
else?
Good lineup.
Are we forgetting someone? Yeah, it is a pretty good lineup, but I don't know. I feel like there always should be more for some reason, you know?
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why they don't like just sign a Chinese player and play in the China Team League. You know, they have such a good lineup.
Oh, that would be cool. Don't they send their well, sometimes players or teams they let their players playing for other teams, right? Do they let Sue or Stats or something DRG play for other teams?
You mean in the China Team League?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't watch it enough myself either.
We're just speculating here.
Yeah. Anyone in the chat knows, let us know. Somebody saying Dream is slightly favored now, at least. After one game, I'm not quite sure, my man. We'll have to wait and see.
Stats is just warming up.
Exactly. He's got this. He's just giggling at himself right now.
He probably is. He's such a happy guy. Whenever he streams. I love watching Stats stream. I'm definitely going to be a bit biased this cast, by the way. You're going to have to keep me in check again.
Nah, it's fine. You can be as biased as you want, man. It just adds personality to it. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Look at how strong this race is. Oh my god, Stats shouldn't lose.
He played perfectly and he still lost. Oh my
god.
Anyways, it seems like Stats is going for the same opener. Just 2 gates. Blink, I would imagine. Yep, there's the Blink, no Dark Templar.
Again, not being scouted by Dream though.
This is Stats' go-to opener. Like when I watch him play in tournaments or on stream, he does this. I'd say more than 50% of the Just
Yeah.
2 gateway, Robo right now, and a relatively fast third base. It is a very solid opener.
I see a lot of Protoss do this actually. Like I think almost near 90% of the PVTs open up like this for Protoss. But then again, to be fair, so does it happen with the Widowmine. And then the Terrans keep saying like, oh, the Widowmine's bad against Blink, but they keep doing it for some reason.
Well, yeah, it kind of depends how the game goes, right? If you lose the medevac or you can't get any damage done, yeah, it's not great.
Is there something else that Terran could do that like counters the Blink play? Because if there was, I feel like they should just do that pretty much always.
Yeah. There's no straight up counter, but there are things that are really tricky to play against. Like if you mix it up a bunch as Terran, then it can be like maybe you throw in some Banshee sometimes or throw in a 3 Rex or something. It can be hard to play against, but for the most part it's solid, which is why Protoss players like Stats just keep going back to it.
Yeah, because like it does alright against, well, it does good against Widowmines. It does alright against the Banshees as well, because you do have the Observer also kind of added into the mix with this relatively quickly. It does alright against like 2 base pushes, because you can have your Stalkers across the map and kind of intercept them. I guess it is just kind of, as long as you know what your Terran opponent is doing, you're going to be able to put those Stalkers in a good position and do all right against it, right?
Yeah, knowledge is definitely power with the Blink build, which is why we see the Hallucinated Phoenix come in. See, as it's a very standard setup, so I'm sure Stats won't be at all surprised when he finds out it's a Widowmine drop coming behind the third base. Oh, actually, there's already a Widowmine drop. My brain was AFK this cast.
It's fine. You know what? Welcome to the club. But again, it's just standing still inside of the range of one of the observers. Like every time.
Wait, Stats brought all his Stalkers from the natural. Oh my gosh.
It's coming. Oh,
at least
boy.
He does the react in time.
Boy. Yeah. Nice retargeting. Now, yeah, this is what you want to do. If you want to go for a 2-base push and your Widowmine drop's not getting really what you want out of it, just keep these medevacs alive. Keep them just barely in vision, right? And then you're only going to have like 3-4 Stalkers when you really start hitting that front door. Or he's going to have to pull the Stalkers away, and then you're going to be able to just fly in anyway. Just look at this. This is 4 Stalkers that are just stuck right now. And then there's 3 Stalkers over here. You can't really afford to have any less than that, right?
Yeah, that's all Stats Stalkers.
Yeah.
Oh, and it finds a way in anyways. Oh, is Stats paying attention to the natural?
Oh,
my,
no!
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
6
workers.
Well, I mean, he gets it, but...
Yeah.
That's
Still,
rough.
obviously, it's pretty good for Dream, obviously.
Yeah.
And once again, we see 2 batteries and a cannon, so maybe that's just what Stats has decided is the way to go for now. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
That is more than we normally see.
Yeah. Mano likes watching probes die. That's good. Good for you, buddy. Anyway, there's a 3rd base on the way for Dream here, as he is moving across the map still. Has that 1 medevac at the top here, kind of pinning down some of those Stalkers. And also kind of not really letting Stats have enough Stalkers to be across the map, of course, poking away at these, maybe potentially medevacs, Widowmines, stuff like that. This could be rather dangerous. Those sentries, they were in a good position, alright. Do manage to get good force fields here, I think. Stats is going to be A-okay.
Yeah, quite a good fight from Stats. As long as he can force field the ramp and doesn't let the Terran get too far in, this should be a very good position to try to hold that.
Yeah.
Oh, he is quite low on force fields right now. I think he might have 1 left.
Yeah. Gonna get
The Robo
close,
is very low.
Oh my god. Gets another one out. Alright.
I think Dream's got a lead now, though. He's only got 4 Marauders left and a couple of Widowmine. Oh, he's gonna get the Robo first, though. Wow.
Interesting. You spend a lot of stuff, though, to get the Robo.
And the War Prism is in the main now.
Oh boy.
But Dream has actually plenty of units there.
Alright, so he's okay. He can kind of stabilize here. But yeah, that's a lot of units to kill off the Robo, and I mean, I don't know if that's all too bothered by it necessarily, as he does have the Templar Archives now. Can just kind of put some more emphasis on the High Templar. Maybe make some Archons, stuff like that, you know? I don't know. Do you think he's
Yeah.
bothered by this, or?
But I don't know if he's like cursing at himself in his brain or not. But
He's probably laughing again, like,
yeah.
silly
He
me.
killed my robo.
Oh,
He's probably fine with it. I mean, the one thing I will say is that he only has one observer on the map. Normally you want probably 2 or 3 to be a bit more aware of the map.
yeah.
Obviously he couldn't build those. But other than that, I'd say he's probably quite okay.
Right. Alright, Ghost Academy behind this is well on the way as... Well, no 4th base just yet for Dream, I believe. Unless if I'm missing it, I don't think so, but also not for stats, of course. Second wave of these, this aggression, a lot more Widow Mines this time around. The army of stats is mainly consisting out of Zealots. That could be trouble.
He does have the famous 4 High Templar in the War Prism though, which is obviously extremely powerful.
It is. Especially without any Vikings or Ghost here to EMP it down or snipe it down. Uh-oh. Okay.
Really good Widow Mines going off on all the balls. Wow, those were crazy number of balls went down there.
That was pretty stellar. Oh, War Prism.
Dream has to run away though.
Zealots, no War Prism, just Zealots in the natural base here.
Yeah, just 2 Zealots snuck in while all that was happening.
Let's
And
put a
Ghosts
lot of
are
strain.
out.
Sorry, yeah. Ghosts are out.
Yeah,
Was that it? Okay,
4
yeah.
that was it. That's all I had to say.
I wasn't sure if the...
You know what?
Alright, yeah.
I'm used to seeing Stats get his Robo Bay and his Robo Facility a lot sooner. They're going down now, but the transition is a bit later than I'm used to seeing out of Stats for sure. I mean, Dream already has Ghosts and Vikings out, so he's already got the counter to what Stats has not even built yet. The 4 Vikings are obviously really good against his War Prism too. So with the EMP and the 4 Vikings, I could go right down. What?
We'll have to wait and see. No, sorry, my inner Terran just came out a little bit there. Anyway, there was another Widow Mine. It only got 1 kill on that 4th base. Didn't really get to do too much. Stats.
Dream has got to be real careful with part of his army.
Yeah, a big portion here getting caught out of position. Those Vikings do have a good eye on the War Prism, but nice movement there for Stats. Keeps it safe. More Zealots flanking now as well in this army.
Those Storms have done a lot of work so far.
Really have, haven't they? Not that many Medevac's just out right now.
I think that was the last of Stats Storm, so it's just a Gateway and Immortal army now.
The War Prism did get sniped, didn't it, ultimately?
Yeah, it did.
A lot of stuff happening.
It seems like Disruptors are going to be the choice of Stats to follow this up instead of Colossus. Which I think is a good choice considering there's already 6 Vikings out.
So, would you say that Dream should start making a second starport and perhaps go for Liberators here as well? Or?
Well, one of the things I like about Dream's play is the way he splits up his army against Disruptors. It's actually one of the things I have a lot of trouble against in the late game versus him. His army movement is really good. So what I expect from him is to kind of use 2 control groups of units and attack Stats wherever the Disruptors are not at. So I'm going to see if he manages to outposition Stats or not, basically.
Hello Migs, by the way, in the chat as well. We're just in time seeing a big fight here happening. Does manage to kill off the Observer there, I suppose. Doesn't have Drilling Claws just yet, so not as big of a deal as it could have been. Still pretty nice. A big Widow Mine there. Well, getting 4 kills. Zealot run by being prepped as well, I think, on that bottom left side. Just not yet really jumping into action here. Ooh, big engagement as well in the middle. That Disruptor shot, that's okay. Marauder and a Ghost.
Seems like so far Stats has done a really good job. He's had units to defend the 4th base, and he's been engaging the center pretty well. Seems like he wants to push into the 3rd of Dream now. This is pretty ambitious, I would say.
He does get out of there as well. He kind of gets Dream to chase him, so that might be a good opportunity for a Disruptor shot. But
oh, look at this! Look at this surround he's setting up. He's got his Medevacs from the top. He's got his units coming from the bottom.
it's just not enough at the top, unfortunately. He's setting up
Seems
another
like-
surround though. Look at that. He's going left with a lot of these units as well now. Oh, needs to dodge that disruptor though.
Yep, we have Zealots also coming to the 4th base. I think if Dream repairs, that should be okay.
Yeah, I think that's going to be okay.
Maybe?
He's moving back with his army now though, so
Is that okay? Maybe that's not okay.
I think it's
It
okay.
should be okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Still a lot of SCVs going to go down here though. Nice targeting by Stats, it looks like.
13 SCVs is nothing to scoff at for sure.
Yep.
Oh, we have a portion of Dream's army getting caught at the top here.
Oh boy. Oh, okay, that was a dodge. You still goes there. Oh god. Oh my dear lord. All right. Well, that. Oh, okay. Well, calm down, guys. Jeez.
Got some interesting noises coming out of Kozing.
Dear lord.
We have another wave of Zealots coming to the 4th, maybe. I don't
this
think this
time.
one will be successful either if he repairs right away. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. Actually, he repaired too much. It's always a problem when you repair too much. They stop repairing. Does get back on it again here. That one Widowmine killing Disruptor killing the Widowmine, but also the probe.
It's funny Stats keep sending these waves even though he knows it's a planetary there.
Well, it's
doesn't seem
keeping
to be
Dream
up.
back, right? In a way. I'm not sure if
It
it's
is keeping him back a
completely-
little bit,
Hmm.
but it doesn't seem to be super cost effective.
That's right. Yeah, he lost 73 Zealots so far. It's about as many as Marines died this game so far. So it's costing twice as much, of course. But you know what? Overall, he did lose more units. That's interesting here. Lost a lot more gas actually. So, but that is kind of to be expected as well, as he does have a Protoss army, but still. That's a high Templar.
Dream is kind of trying to sandwich in, but so far it's not been a sandwich, but it's like an open face bread or something. We have DTs and Zealots going to the 4th. This time it might actually be enough to kill the planetary. And we have a fight going on.
Scans though, might be able to still save it just barely. This army on the left side really having to flee. In the middle it looks like Dream is just kind of getting everything together. Okay, the planetary still lives.
Wow.
Dream
Oh, we
did
do
get
see
that Nexus pretty low though, right?
Did he? Yeah, it's quite low. There are 2 shield batteries next to it that could heal it.
Alright, yeah. Gosh darn shield batteries. Sorry, you wanted to ask me something?
Seems like Dream's supply has dropped quite a bit though. Stats seems to be doing quite a good job everywhere.
Yeah, I think so too. Honestly, Stats really keeping the pressure on Dream's side. And yeah, he just seems kind of stuck, doesn't he? Like, I mean, Stats like pushing on 3 flanks here.
Yeah, he is. Zealots on both sides and the main army down the middle. That is a lot of disruptors, by the way. Seems like 8 is the number he's chosen as the magic number.
Oh, what? Well, this flank does get spotted out, but that means the middle side are completely open for abuse. And yeah, that base now gonna have to be evacuated immediately. Oh, nice dodges on those disruptors. Alright, one single marine is like, I can do that too! Gets split in 2 though, unfortunately. The space still low.
Might have the opportunity to push down the left and kill this base real fast, like you were saying. He has lots of storms here though. And DTs, wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is worth it. Losing a big portion of his... It doesn't even get it!
Doesn't even get it.
Oh, 29 HP left. Had to lift up this orbital over here as well. And now on the other side, once again, Stats comes in. I think this is starting to be pretty much over here. I mean, Dream still has an okay army, but, well, he's gonna flank this entire army.
Really good surround, yeah.
Oh, the Disruptor, though. No, I don't think it's gonna be enough here for Dream anymore. Yeah.
Not quite enough. GG.
GG. Man, Stats really, really bringing his own in there. Bringing it back 1-1.
Yeah. Pretty exciting, solid macro game, I'd say.
Yeah. I agree. And Stats really showing us some nice multi-pronged harassment, continuously jumping in from multiple sides. And, well, as you were saying, you were kind of expecting Dream to be the player to do that, right? But then, maybe that's why Stats is being that aggressive, just to kind of preoccupy Dream and keep him from doing that, right?
Yeah, it definitely could be. It seems like positioning is quite important in those type of endgame scenarios. So
Yeah.
as long as you're constantly sending the balls forward, it seems like you're doing well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like as long as you don't overcommit on those run-bys, I suppose, which sometimes it felt like, well, how is he not overcommitting? But he kept killing SCVs, to be fair, so like, he still kept getting a little bit of value, made the orbitals lift up and stuff like that, right? So I guess that those are really the win conditions in a way, where you, as long as those types of things keep happening, killing those SCVs, denying bases as well, right? We saw a base there being denied a couple of times for Dream, and it's gonna be good. We are having me playing versus Belair, it looks like. Having a bit of fun.
Match of the century.
Yeah. Alright, alright.
They're talking about balance, I believe, in the game chat.
They are? Who's complaining?
Yeah, Dream is saying that the disruptor is Imba.
Well, I mean,
Stats
a lot of
is
people
saying that
say
Colossus suck. I could be wrong though.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, I do think Disruptors are a bit stronger than Colossi, to be fair. Because the Colossi just get so easily counted in a way, right? And the Disruptors, not as much. You can make Liberators, but that is, yeah. It becomes much more about positioning and stuff like that. I feel like the Liberator counter to the Disruptor is a lot harder to pull off than the Viking counter to the Colossus. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. It's hard to counter the Disruptor in a straight-up fight.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Anyway, we're tied up. Completely 1-1. In this bottom left side. Blue Protoss. It's none other than Africa Freaks stats.
In the top right-hand side, it is Dream. Kind of wonder about some of these Korean players' names. Like, I wonder why he named himself Stat.
Stats. Yeah, that's a weird name, isn't it?
He just really loves statistics, I guess.
Yeah, that's just how he plays. He just always looks at those grabs. He's probably not even really looking at the units. He's just looking at like the statistics of how many minerals he has and stuff like that in the game.
That would be absolutely ridiculous.
That's how he plays. That's how an anime would portray it, like somebody that's really good at looking at all the minerals.
That's so true. That's such an anime thing. He has all the stats memorized perfectly. He knows exactly what to do in situations. He is stats.
He is the stats. But yeah, also another thing I kind of wondered about is the Brave Star Gaming logo. It's a star, right, in the name, and then as a logo they have 3 animals.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know. 3-headed animal or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's their type of Death Star that they want to make. You know what? There might be a 4th animal, actually. Come to think about it, right? Because one's looking to the left, the other to the right, and then in the middle. So what if there's another one?
You know, I haven't thought about that. There could be a hidden animal.
Another one.
And that animal is the star. The Brave Star.
That's where the star is hidden. Anything interesting? That's a very quick shield battery, actually. We saw this from, what was it? Trap, I think, as well, today? Didn't we? In the GSL.
That was the one game I wasn't really watching, to be honest. I don't really know what was happening. But yeah, we have the shield battery, which means the Adept can go straight across the map without worrying about the Reaper, is basically the idea here.
Alright.
And he's going to try his best to cancel the CC, which I think he should succeed at.
Wait, cancel the CC?
No, just cancel the build. Stop it from building.
Alright, yeah.
Kill the SCV.
It's like, wow, man.
Don't know what Dream said,
builds.
unfortunately.
Ooh,
Yeah, look at that. 71 of 71, but it doesn't finish. Yeah, this is pretty brutal as a Terran player.
He's probably talking about the Disruptor again.
Yeah, now Dream's gonna have to wait until he has, like, this Hellion and 2 Marines out, and even
Yep.
then he might not be able to chase away these 2 Adepts. So this is a tough position for Dream to be sure.
I think this is also partly why they make the Hellion as much now these days. Is because it does kind of help out against the Adepts. At least
Yeah,
if you wait for the Marines to kind of come out, right? You need so many Marines against these 2 Adepts.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Although these 2 Adepts do go down for only a Marine, so stats
Only,
gives the
well,
top
there was some more than a Marine, I'd say.
That's right. Yeah, there is what is it? How many SCVs went down?
One.
Just one?
2
Okay, one
Marines.
worker, a Marine, and some build time on the CC.
Yeah, almost killed that Hellion too, to be fair. Almost did it.
Almost means nothing, Cozy.
That's right. That's right. Well, not for the. That's why, you know, this is why I'm the caster here. You know, I know how to create the tension and the hype. It's almost
All
getting
almost
it.
means is sadness for the Protoss.
Sitting on the edge of my seat here. Oh, look at that! It's the Liberator.
Oh yeah, so this might actually be the build you were talking about earlier with the Liberator coming out and the tank push coming.
There is a Widowmine drop as well. I think this. On this map, wait, he lifts up the Hellion and the Reaper too.
This is weird.
This is a bit awkward, isn't it? Well, that's a dead win. And puts it on the ramp here.
He has a shield battery in the main, so this isn't even going to do anything. This is really funny.
Well, he gets the scouts, but I guess he could have just scouted with the medevac as well at that point. Oh, and the Liberator gets scouted as well by this hallucination. Alright, well,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
funny because Dream's plan was good in theory, like block off the ramp, but
Yeah.
he did know there's a shield battery there, but he must have forgotten or something.
You know this build that I've been going on about, right? I don't think we're ever gonna see it. But like the reason why I'm going on about it is because Thermal made a nice little video about it.
Ah.
And that's, you know, that's just on my mind right now. And I'm like, oh, now I know things, and it's just not happening. It's just not.
Gotta show off your knowledge while you
Yeah. I'm like, huh.
It's
Well,
okay. You're impressing me, Kozan, don't worry.
thank you. I'm gonna have to write some things down here and ask you Thermal about them again. It's
You know, it honestly, it kind of looked like a tank push setup, but Stats did scout everything that was happening, so maybe Dream decided not to do it. Just
yeah,
trying to give you the
could be.
benefit of the doubt here.
It definitely could be. But yeah, I think one of the strengths of this is even if it does get scouted, as long as the Protoss kind of goes for the Stalker opening, it still is very strong. It still can do quite a bit. Because you kind of want the Protoss to know that you're about to do the harassment, right? It's not necessarily... Like, if you can get damage done with the harassment, with the Widowmine drop, with the Liberator, go for it. But, like, if you don't, that's no really big deal, because it's not really... Because it's just meant to keep Stalkers away from this push that is coming across, right? With the tanks.
Right.
You want to have 2 siege tanks, but... Now, as you can see, I mean, there's only... Well, I guess that is still playing it very safe. Still has Stalkers everywhere spread out, regardless of there not being anything there, but... So, in a way, it still kind of worked out, but...
I'm going to make a prediction right now and say that Dream is going to pull his SCVs in about 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yeah, 7 minutes and 30 he's going to pull his SCVs.
I'd say, well...
From the natural. Only from the natural.
Oh, boy. I feel like he's going to bring 4 SCVs.
4 SCVs?
4 SCVs.
Mining out the center, that's interesting.
So you can, you know, have all those 4 SCVs walk hand in hand.
Come on, show me I'm a genius, Dream.
Do it, Dream. Don't do it.
Now.
Oh, look at that wall. Haha! That's right.
Oh, maybe he's not doing it?
Well, okay.
Oh, here they come. Oh, 10
Close,
seconds late.
close, Max. Just barely
siege
had that
tanks.
one.
Oh no, the siege tanks are getting caught away from the bio. Oh, this is weird. Stats has zealots on the right, he has zealots on the left.
He
Oh, these
cleared
immortals.
out.
Oh my
Oy,
goodness.
oy, oy.
This is really sloppy from Stats.
I'm so confused. He cleaned up the wall, but now that, or the minimal wall there, and now that means those zealots, the run by might just be a lot more potent here.
Looks like I think that's enough Marines and tank to deal with it. Is that it?
I think so.
And
We're
he's
just not gonna
pushing
watch
out-
it and assume that it is.
This is really scary push. There is only one shield battery. SCVs are gonna help a lot.
Oh,
does he have
Storm,
Storm?
Yeah,
oh, wow,
yeah,
Storm
it's
just
done
minute.
now.
Oh.
That should be enough, right? That should. Oh, the targeting
that
on the
has to
High Templar.
Oh wow, they all went down already.
Yeah. They were all clumped up. All the siege tanks
exposed.
getting that splash. Here the Marines trying to run backwards. That's an awkward force field on the siege tank.
Yeah, that was really awkward. Marines still streaming in. This is really close, but Dream might just have enough to hold this or to push through.
Yeah, I think so too. He's really doing it. At least he's gonna get this
That's
third
gonna
base.
pull his probe. There's one immortal left, but he can focus that. Oh wow, he actually targets the pylon down. Good move.
Great move. Yeah, stops that warping from happening instead. It's like, do you have disruptors now? Is this what happens? Interesting. Well, there it is, guys. That is a another game in the favor for Dream. Well played.
I think Stats was basically saying, why did he die there?
Well, what happened? Why did I die? That's, Alright, well, that means that we're going to go into, well, again, a situation where Stats going to have to tie it up. So the deck all come down mostly to the weird army movement of Stats. I mean, he moved a lot of those zealots towards the back of the army, right? Do you think it would have been better to just have the zealots at the front and engage before the reinforcements came, or?
It was quite weird. I felt like he lost a few units for, like, that immortal. He lost an immortal for free. It seems like those zealots in the back just kind of died to the reinforcements, so that was a little bit it.
And then I guess
But
the storm as well, right? That was the big one.
Yeah, he had all his High Templar clumped, so actually 2 tank shots, maybe 2 or 3 tank shots, just kind of killed them all.
Yeah.
And he only got, did he get 1 or 2 storms off maybe, even though he had 4 High Templar, 4 storms available?
Well, if it were to, I think they were pretty much right on top of one another, so... Yeah, it's as good as one, basically. Definitely not working into his favor. Anyway, they are good friends, aren't they? Or hateful enemies, I don't know.
I feel like Stats is friends with everyone.
Alright, yeah. That would be fair. I mean, I don't even know what he's saying pretty much any time. But I still want him to be my friend, you know? He just has that kind of personality where you're like, yeah. Seems like a cool guy to hang out with.
Yeah. Seems good, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Stats said he's going to the bathroom.
Oh, alright.
So, short break here.
You know what, that gives us an opportunity to talk about the Matcherino page. Might as well mention that one, guys. We have a Matcherino page. If you type !Matcherino, it will take you right over here. Let me show you, and let me type actually !Matcherino for you guys who don't know how to type. There you go. Now you only have to click and copy paste. And well, once you're on this website, all you got to do is log in over here with any already existing thingamajig. I need to accept this real quick. Hold up, and then we'll go back here. All right, and then all you got to do, press contribute, put that coupon code in here, press contribute, and voila, 50 cents added to the prize pool in a snap of a finger. And we'll add a nice bit of extra dough to the wallets of these two guys here. Also, of course, there's a replay pack to buy. $3, and you're gonna have yourself a nice, lovely best of 9 series between Dream and Stats to analyze, break down, and find the finer details of what we missed, of course, because there's gonna be a lot of that probably. So just because I'm rambling on, asking questions that are not important about animals that for some reason aren't star-shaped and things like that. Things like that. Alright. Did he come back?
Yeah.
How did I time that?
Up.
Oh my god.
You timed it perfectly. The match
so
was
good at this.
Queuing in.
Nice. Score, please. It's oh, Sushi's already on it. Man, that would be so cool if you could make a command for the Twitch bot where you would type !score and then it would just update the score automatically, depending who would win. That'd make my job a lot easier as well. Now I have to remember what the score is, you know, and you're like, alright, well, I guess it's 2 points for this guy, 1 for him. Anyway, alright, so here we go. In the bottom left side, red, Terran, here's Dream.
This is his map actually, Everdream.
Oh yeah.
And in the top right, we have stats.
Would you say this map is favored to any of these races?
I think it's probably a decent map for Protoss. I
Okay.
think it's probably pretty balanced, but maybe like I would be happy to play it as a Protoss player.
Would you say there's maps that are more heavily Protoss favored than Everdream?
I personally like Eternal Empire, but actually a lot of Terran players pick that when I play the matches against them, so I'm not sure what to make of that. But the things that make this map good are that it's a slightly bigger map. You can completely deny the Reaper from jumping up with your wall in, so they can't see your tech. Those are the main two reasons, honestly. You can force field the center if they try to push straight through the center, where that grass is. And there's no like straight up Terran balance things on this map, I'd say overall. So that's a comfortable map for Protoss.
All right. So what does Dream mean with forward build? Is he thinking stats is proxying?
He maybe. Let me look at the chat again.
Because that's what Inu said anyway. That Dream's like, I think forward build? Doing search.
Yeah, maybe he thought stats was proxying or something, not quite sure.
I think that the SCV overall was kind... Well, actually, it's an alright timing. It's the standard timing.
Yeah.
Hit it. Oh, okay, they went through each other. Anyway. Sorry, trying to incite violence between the SCV and the probe here.
So I'm curious if Stats is just going to keep going to this 2-gate blink build. Obviously it's a good build, but this will have been his 4th game in a row if he does it again. So we'll see if he mixes it up or just wants to keep playing like this.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. It's a very strong build.
Here's the Twilight.
Yep.
I mean, it could be a DT drop, but otherwise it's a...
I mean, what other opening could you do? The Stargates? That's basically what else you could do. Then
you could do Stargate, you could do Robo. Do something cheeky like
I guess,
3-8.
yeah. Barting did show that the Robo openings are a thing, actually. That are not meant to be from the past. I suppose. He did a Robo opening, right, today? I didn't know.
Yeah, I think that was... He did. You're not hallucinating. It was mainly a reaction to the proxy, but he did do it, yeah.
Right.
Has Dream mixed it up either, by the way? I feel like Dream has been playing mostly the same build also.
Yeah, he has. And so far, that Hellion and the Reaper, I mean, the Hellion not really having paid for itself ever yet, has it? Like, they say it's for scouting, but he's not really been scouting with it, unless, like, he's just scouting for proxies, maybe. But then, like, it's with the Reaper together at the same time, so... I guess this is nice. You can check both locations.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
Check the map. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have.
No, that's just funny. He missed the probe that was walking, and now there's a pylon there. It's like he's trying so hard.
Interesting pylon.
Well, didn't matter at all. He's gonna see this probe though. That might give him a bit of a clue. I'm not even sure what he's gonna do. Is this just a stalker pressure for that pylon, or is it just to see? He is branding stalkers. Interesting.
Yeah, like I said before, this is Stats used to just stay home and wait for the Widowmine drop, but he is being aggressive, so he's not gonna have anything at home, but he could do a lot of damage here.
Wow. Well, that's not a bunker you're gonna have anytime soon.
Yeah, this is dangerous for Dream, but we'll have to see if Stats is looking at his main base at the same time.
Look at how far away that siege sink is from being built as well. So many Marines dying here, actually. Aye, 7 so far.
Crazy damage, actually. He has to pull SCVs from the main even to... He's just gonna straight up die to this, oh my gosh.
Yep. That's what you get for not building that safety bunker in time. This is always what happens to me, but then I have the same amount of Marines, and then there's like 2 or 3 Starkies. Just, I know, it's rather embarrassing. I don't like to talk about it, but I feel like Dream needs a bit of a pep talk here. Alright, he's trying a Widowmine drop now on the other side. I mean, oi. That couldn't have gone any worse. Not a gone anywheres for Dream here.
Yeah, that was Dream's not happy.
Yep.
You know, you don't. Oh, you don't expect this as a turn because you're like, oh, I'm gonna Widow Mine drop. You better be afraid of me. You're gonna leave your stalkers at home, right? And Stats just goes across the map with the stalkers and doesn't care at all.
He just leaves 2 stalkers at home and he's like, I'll just pull the probes. It's fine.
Well, he actually had none when it first got there.
Really? Oh.
It was just a bare Widow Mine or a bare mineral mine.
So is there any chance here for Dream to come back?
Not.
How badly does Stats have to screw up here?
Maybe if he loses all these stalkers for free, but I don't even know how he could do that.
Like, just forget the A move, maybe?
If he dances them here, maybe.
I mean, his team isn't even halfway. He's gonna lose these Marines, I think, and then he's gonna lose. Well, actually, he forces them back with the auto turret and a siege sink. That's nice. Alright. Still that trade, though. 19 Marines died overall right now. And not only his economy is hurt because he lost 18 SCVs, but any type of follow-up push that you would expect from the Terran coming up here from the 2 base towards the 3rd base, you know, that he's practiced, he's been doing continuously. I mean, if you've already lost 19 Marines, what are you really going to be sending across the map here, right?
Yeah.
It's like 2 siege tanks and a medevac. And then 4 Marines. And it's like, alright, I'm just going to blink on top of this.
Maybe he could try to pull the boys also, but this is just dire situation. I mean, Stats has already almost got Storm research, so SCV pulls aren't even going to be effective.
Welp, kills the pylon? That's good.
I guess what he's thinking is maybe his best chance is kind of turtle up, just build these siege tanks, and if he doesn't kill me, I can't lose, type of thing.
Yeah, maybe his best shot. Although he is looking to move out here, it looks like. War Prism coming in at the same time, though. That's
here they come. Here come the boys.
It's unfortunate. All right.
I just can't see this working if Stats gets anywhere near decent storms.
Well, there's 3 siege tanks, so if he puts them all together, you know, all the High Templar.
That is true.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm giving up too soon. Let's be optimistic casters here. Maybe Dream has a chance.
Big fight coming in right now, guys. Who knows what's gonna happen? Oh boy. Storm landing all right. Anti-armor missile on the spot, on the money here.
Yeah.
Gonna make some bunkies. Everything in the main base of Dream is dying, but that just means he's gonna have more boys on the other side to accompany this push.
Exactly right.
Gets one of those storms, inching himself closer and closer. The Protoss proximity. It's a nice spread though from those Marines.
Yeah, this is actually a very good spread. The bunkers are gonna finish. I mean,
you know, the longer this keeps
Marines
going,
trying
the
to pick
more
up
warpins there are.
Yeah, Stats could even move up the space if you want to. It wouldn't matter. The main of Dream is pretty much dead here.
It's not in a good position.
No, honestly, I respect how hard Dream is trying to win this game.
Yeah. Just get that one. But I mean, it's 46 army spy out versus 80 something. 7, 3. Oh, it's going down here because the zealots in the main base looks like they are getting a little. Never mind. There's more. There's more. GG. Alright. Well, yeah, that was just a nice little bit of pressure. And that was off the back of 2 gateways as well, right? So, it's not an abnormal amount of gateways or anything.
Yeah, it's just a standard 2 gateway setup, and Stats chose to be very aggressive with the stalkers, and Dream wasn't ready for it. I mean, it's very uncommon, to be fair to Dream, that you send your stalkers across when you know there's a Widow Mine drop.
Oh. Is this something you're gonna be doing now?
I might give it a try.
So it seems pretty effective, as long as you're on top of the probe pooling, right? But then, yeah, you're gonna want to have at least 1 warp in to kind of deal with them. Otherwise, they're gonna be able to just endlessly deny you from mining, probably. Right?
But yeah, the thing is that Dream didn't have the bunker ready, right? If the bunker's ready, then everything about that game just looks a bit different.
Yeah.
But Maybe it's something you can mix in if you know you're playing against a greedy opponent like Dream. But I don't think something like that would work every game.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Huh. Alright, anyway, they're saying go. But Inu, what's Inu saying? He's crying there on the end, isn't he?
He's just telling them to change the colors to red and blue.
Oh, alright. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, he's had to tell them every game, so he's sad.
Man, I like it when players pick their own colors, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I do too.
It adds the personality, you know? Like Art's always being the pink Polish Protoss, for example. It's always fun, you know? And then people stealing his pink colors, it happens a lot as well.
The metagame is strong in the color picking.
Exactly. It's already mind games immediately happening. Anyway, tied up once again. Let's see if he can inch himself forwards here with one more game. It's a red Terran player from Bravestar, Dream.
In the top left-hand side, it is Protoss Hero Stats.
Is that some sort of, like, Protoss Cthulhu, actually, on the ground there in front of Stats'
Yeah, I
base?
see that. Maybe that's what he sees himself as a commander.
So his enemies don't see his smile. This way, at least they'll be intimidated.
Kind of looks just like a kite with tentacles or something.
It does, doesn't it?
Or,
Like an owl with a really big nose.
yeah.
For some reason, he doesn't have a beak, but he has a big nose, like one of those Muppet noses, you know, like what's his name, Grover? I don't know
Grover.
the English names for them. Yeah, it's a Dutch one. They all change their names, you know. For some reason, the Dutch big bird is blue as well, and it's weird. He's like he's called Pino. No.
Pino?
Pino, yeah.
I think Stats may have messed up his wall, but I think a Reaper can actually jump up, but I could be wrong.
Oh.
Because you're supposed to have the pylon to the left one, and then the Cybercore would like fit the hole better, but we'll see if a Reaper jumps up later this game or not.
I mean, he should be able to just get that Adept out in time, right? Go to Cybercore first.
Well, actually, this map in particular is super annoying, because if you can jump up, the Adept will... This should be a full wall,
here?
like if it's done properly, but if it's messed up, yeah, like
you
jump
mean like
up there and then jump
underneath
up.
the Cybercore?
Yeah. I think the Reaper can do that, but I could be wrong.
We'll have to wait and see.
Well, we'll find out right now, I guess. Oh, it can do it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's actually really bad.
Oh, no.
Oh!
No.
Wow. Okay, I was wrong.
Oh, he tried.
Yeah, it's strange the pathing actually took him there, but...
Yeah, he must have like clicked on it.
The Reaper is still gonna get into the main though, maybe be annoying for a couple probes. Oh, does get one. That's always annoying as a Protoss player.
How big would you say losing that one probe is?
Honestly, it's the mental like tilt of losing a worker that affects you more than actually losing the worker.
Do you think Stats though like would ever be tilted by something like that?
He wouldn't be tilted, but he just lean back slightly in his chair and like laugh at himself, you know?
Exactly. That might just catch him off guard.
Of course, not that big a deal, but the Adept has meandered into the natural. Could return the favor by killing an SCV.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's gonna
there
be
he
nice.
goes.
Might get
Oh, he's
another
actually
one.
gonna be a little, yeah. Stick around.
3 Marines should be enough though, as long as they don't get picked off one by one. And with a mine as well there for moral support. Kind of being like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be hidden. Sorry boys, sorry, going back inside the main base. Didn't see me.
Stats just keeps going back to this build, by the way. Blink, second gateway, Robo.
I mean, Dream is doing the same thing as well, to be fair.
That is true. That is true.
So wouldn't that kind of make this a really good map series for replay analysis in a way?
It would be. It would be if you wanted to see the subtle differences from game to game.
Yeah,
This would be an excellent series to buy.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, actually, Dream always goes with the Widow Mine drop, but I feel like he has slightly different follow-ups. I've seen he's done a couple things slightly different from game to game.
Yeah, it's true.
But always this first 2 Widow Mines, Hellion Reaper, that type of thing. Oh, I
And
think he
then
sees his
Liberator.
pylon actually. What are you doing there, buddy?
Wait, did he? Oh my god, he didn't make the Hellion, did he?
Oh, did he not?
He didn't make the Hellion this time.
Wow.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that there's no. I hate to hate on that Hellion, but every time I'm just like, oh yo 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 yo, stats!
Oh!
What are you doing?
Oh no.
Right, that might. Well, yeah, he's probably still laughing. Right.
He's just been laughing to himself this whole game.
Oh man. Right, well that is it's not too shabby. You're not seeing a reactor on that factory, so most likely it's just gonna resume more Widowmine production. And well, that's gonna make the Protoss viewers, right, make themselves feel a little bit better, seeing that stats sometimes messes up like that as well.
Yeah, it happens to everyone.
It happens to everyone, folks. You're
It
not
just takes
alone.
5 seconds of not looking at the minimap, and it could happen to you too.
Yeah, but it seemed like he was kind of aware, but then he just missed micros, right? Like,
Yeah. A little bit of panic maybe, but
yeah.
2 SCVs, 1 Marine going down there.
Not a single Stalker, though. Actually, he was really on top of jumping back here. Not a, well, he took a little bit of hull damage on 2 of those, but very nice with the other 2. Mostly taking shield damage. Very nice, very nice. Okay, well, Dream might be moving out here again. This time a little bit earlier on. Would you say, like, after you get that Widowmine drop to do that damage, would it be better for Dream to move out quicker, or would it be better to wait? Because, of course, that overall worker difference, right, would be greater if you wait, or am I wrong on this?
I think you probably just go with whatever your original plan was anyways.
Yeah.
Because normally with a Terran build order, there's a time where all your upgrades line up, +1, stim, combat shield, something like that, and normally, no matter what happens during the game, that'll be your strongest timing. So, I'm guessing that this is pretty much normal to what Dream would have done anyways.
Alright. That's a good call. That's a good call. Alright, anyway. What's, on this ramp, I don't think you're going to be able to get up there. Well, he does have those 3-4 medevacs here. Oh boy, that is a full medevac with Marines.
Yeah, big mistake from Dream there.
Ouch.
But this is a really nice position right here. It's really hard for stats to stop him from picking this stuff up.
Yeah. I don't think you even really want to commit here. Just let the Cybercore in the gateway die. Committing into the Widowmine field here on that low ground, that is gonna be a rough task.
Definitely a rough task.
Is that Reaper hiding on the 4th base as well? Sad about not getting a Hellion friend this time.
Yeah, poor Lonely Reaper. Does Dream
Could add
actually
somebody to talk to.
Dream doesn't want to push up there, right? That's too many units, sentries and stuff.
Yeah. And Stats doesn't really want to push down there, so just kind of looking at each other right now. World War I, trench warfare right here.
That's right. Mines littering the battlefield.
Yep. All we're missing is some barbed wire here.
Stats opting for a lot of static defense once again, by the way. He's got 2 batteries and that cannon at the 3rd again. He's got the cannon and the battery at the top of the natural ramp. So, I guess this is a new development in stats play.
Both these players actually sending a little bit of a excursion force, a run-by team on the edge of the map, and I feel like they might run into one another. Those Dream...
Yeah, this one...
Do you think this is just there to scout for run-bys, or...?
Well, he sees it instantly. That's pretty impressive awareness by Dream, honestly.
Wow.
That went way better for Dream than I thought it would.
Yeah.
I don't know why Dream's force was there, but it worked out for him.
It definitely did. It's like, oh, I forgot about these units, and then he's like, oh wait, there's zealots here. That's nice. Or he's a
Yeah.
mastermind. You know, that could be the case as well. You never quite know with StarCraft sometimes.
Yeah, Dream is super ready for this Warp Prism. He's been rallying all his units right here. Oh, it might even go down if Stats isn't paying close attention.
Oh, the slow field
The
as
zealots
well.
are down.
Okay, goes away from the slow field. Should be okay. Dream moving back now from this containment that he has been putting on Stats here. Kind of moving everything back, getting himself the upgrades for the Ghost, as Storm is finishing up as well. And Stats moving towards the Robotics Bay tech right now. It's about 940.
Yeah. It's been quite a passive game, honestly. Dream has pushed out on the map, but he's just kind of sat there in front of Stats, maybe scaring him a little bit.
Yeah.
Or just saying hi or something, but they've both been chilling for quite a long part of this game.
Would you give anyone the advantage here? Like looking at the workers in the army tab right now.
It seems pretty even. I would say it probably will come down to Micro with the Warp Prism and the Ghost Control, stuff like that.
Right. Right, well there's no ghosts here just yet, but Dream already
Dream will
moving
get a
out to the map.
cancel.
That's very nice.
It seems hard to rotate between the natural and the fourth on this map.
It does, doesn't it? If only you can make
I
like a
like
little
that,
bridge on the...
Yeah. Or just have 6 Warp Prisms to load your army back.
yeah. Oh man. This is a big
Yeah,
run
Dream
by,
is-
but wow, Dream ready
Dream is
once
really
again.
ready for it, yeah.
Yeah. How does he know? Like, he's not standing in his main base anymore, waiting for a War Prism.
I mean, he's got the stream open, what else could it be?
Probably. It must be, right? But then again, he already moved that batch of units on the bottom there as well, before the Zealots even were moving out, so... I don't know what stream he's watching, but... It's like a whole different game that he's watching, and then it's still working out. It's like...
He just knows.
Yeah.
Alright, we have a couple disruptors here. Oh, Dream's gotta be paying attention. Oh
Okay.
boy. Not too bad.
Oh, friendly. Okay, no.
That was
Friendly.
interesting.
A little bit of friendly fire, actually, on those Archons there, with the Disruptor shot. More Zealots on the bottom side as well, so might start pressuring Dream and either going backwards or fully committing to this location here. Let's take a look. There is a bunker, actually, with just one Marauder and a Marine, though, so... Gonna have to wait and see how Stats really deals with that. Not that well, unfortunately. He kills off a couple of SCVs. SCV's really trying to get that repair going, but... I have to wait that turn.
Dream has dealt with this run by not too bad considering what he had at the base. Also, Stats was managed to push Dream back in the meantime. Stats has been playing this game super defensively, by the way. He's got these batteries and cannons at basically every base, and it seems like his game plan has just kind of been to turtle up to these disruptors and see how it works for him in these upcoming fights.
I mean, if your opponent gets a little bit angry about disruptors later on, you might as well just keep using them, right?
That is true. Dream's got his units in quite a nice arc, I will say. He's spreading them out well. Maybe gonna try to set up a sandwich of some sort eventually.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, I mean, just overall, I think on the left side here, there is that Observer, of course, spotting his army movement as well. But just pushing through the smoke clouds with those two destructible debris there. And there's Disruptors and Storm available for the Protoss. I don't think you really want to be there with your army, necessarily.
He doesn't have any Storm with his main army, though, so... it seems
That's
like
true.
all his Templar are kind of defensively located to guard his bases.
How
Which
does
is
he know?
interesting.
Tell me how he knows.
He always knows, oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I don't know how he knows.
It's like watching Zest with knowing where his stocks are supposed to be.
I mean, you always expect Zealot run-bys, but you never know when or where they're gonna hit, so...
Exactly.
It's pretty impressive to always see him ready for this.
Oh, wow, this is more than a Zealot run by this time, though. Oh my.
Yeah, this is the run-by for sure.
So that's like, alright, you're just gonna keep sending units down there, alright.
Time to
give it
level
to
it
him.
up a notch.
Yeah, exactly. Now
This
he's
has been a
actually...
very passive game still. We've got the Liberator range upgrade, we've got 3 Liberators on the way, we've got a Stargate and +1 air from stats, so
You know what? Actually, he is continuously scanning the army of stats, right? Now, after that scan, he did move, well, downwards with a whole bunch of those units. It's like he kind of just got a visual on how big that army was of stats. Realized, well, there's something missing here. And realized that there was probably something moving across the map here somewhere else.
That's a massive, massive trade for Dream.
Yeah. I think that was actually very nice, insightful, good scouting going on, and he's kind of getting himself into a reasonable position right now because of this. Still though, Stats not a good army supply.
Stats' main army is actually quite weak, besides the disruptors, like his units will melt. Okay, so Dream hitting this left-hand side. EMPs the shield batteries. I really like the way Dream has been using his army all game, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think maybe something that's worth noting as well is that it feels like Dream's playstyle, as you kind of described it, is working a lot better on this map. Whereas before we saw Stats abusing 3 angles. You don't really have 3 angles on this map, do you? It's mostly just the 2 angles. One kind of in the middle-ish area, which is really just, well, they are 2 pathways, but they are so closely connected that you might as well call it one. And then there's the one on the bottom. And, well, as long as Dream has both kind of covered here, he's doing alright.
That is true. One thing we haven't seen too much this game is War Prisms into the main base. We saw it only once at the start, which is...
Oh my!
Oh wow, picked up 3 disruptors. That's actually really good.
He's looking for more.
We have a fight down at the bottom of the map also.
Didn't go well for
like
Stats.
Dream is just taking good fights everywhere.
Yeah. I wonder how he's gonna screw this up for himself. I'm waiting for it.
UT's on the bottom also being... Oh, they're doing the picking off, I should say.
He's doing really well so far. He's got a good amount of bases as well. Like, he really hasn't taken any economic damage. Alright, 17 workers, but I don't even... How did he lose 17 workers? At some point. I guess it's just overall over time, right? Oh, wait, in this bottom right base. Yeah. That's right. Sometimes I just ask questions and I'm like, oh, I remember.
That happens to everyone.
Oh, wait, I know this. Yeah, oh well.
Stats is getting 2-1 on his air upgrade, so I'm curious to see if we have Tempest or Carriers eventually, but it seems like Dream is going to push before any of that comes into play.
You think he must be already keeping a little bit of that army supply, well, overall supply open right now, right? For the transition. So this could be the perfect time for Dream to start hitting here. Oh, that's a big disruptor shot though. Buying a lot of time here. Where is his army?
Yeah, stat supply is really low, actually.
Yeah.
He's got High Templar, littered... Whoa, when did that happen?
Well then. I guess it's not the biggest of deals for Dream overall. Actually, well, a little bit. He cancels the same base though, so...
Dream's army is running quite low on hit points, and medevacs are out of energy.
That's true, that's true. The Vikings as well, very low on the HP. And so far we haven't seen anything being produced in those Stargates yet, have we?
Yeah, still waiting to see if Stats is going to choose the Carriers or the Tempest. Or the Speed Void Rays, of course.
Because normally you already see Protoss kind of trying to build that up. Is that just because he's being pressured this much by Dream right now that he's most likely not getting those Stargate units?
Yeah, I would guess that's it. Okay, we have some disruptor shots, pretty good disruptor shots going on. We only have 3 disruptors left.
Yeah, that's not a lot. Storms.
Yeah, Templars are gonna...
I don't know, Australia. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna be working out for Stats here.
Yeah, this army from Dream is just really scary. So many Liberators.
Inching themselves forwards. Marauders stimming forwards. EMPs landing absolutely everywhere. All the probes are dead. Disruptors, they're trying their best. Yeah, get an alright connection, but that's just too much. Just too much here for stats to handle, and I believe we're gonna be going into game number 6 pretty soon. So I'm a little run by on the bottom here, but yeah, slightly desynchronized. The Storm's not there to support with the Zealots. Stalkers as well, a little bit late to the party. Dark Templar doing their best, just not enough. GG is called, and Dream taking another game there.
That's honestly a super impressive game from Dream.
Yeah, I agree. It felt like he really adjusted in a way as well against those Zealot run-bys. He kind of just... It's like he flipped the switch and he was like, alright, I just got to pay more attention to that and then I should be okay. And then he's been holding that back pretty darn, well, relatively easily. I guess that bottom right base a couple of times under a little bit of pressure. Losing some workers here and there, but with the bunker there as well. You just don't see a lot of bunkers overall being used, do you? Actually, in that later part of the game.
Bits?
Yeah, just overall in
yeah.
For Terrans, I feel like they're a little bit underutilized. It's mostly because, of course, they do take up supply as opposed to like cannons and spine crawlers and stuff like that, right?
Planetary Fortress.
Planetary Fortress does help out as well. But then a bunker at an orbital, you can kind of have both of best worlds. But then you do pay a little bit of your supply, of course, as well.
Of course, if you know your opponent is going to run by, it's absolutely worth it. Like,
Yep.
Stats continued to try that game, so yeah.
Yep.
Just dealt with the run by as well, transitioned at a good timing, and kept the pressure up all game longer.
What happened here? Stats is like, go, go, and then Stats left the lobby. It's like, whoops.
I don't know.
What do you say?
I can't understand that one. Oh, Inu is saying 2 minutes. I'm gonna go use the restroom real fast.
Alright. Alright, that's good. Gives me time to kind of talk to myself here for a moment. I haven't done that for a while now. You know, normally when I talk to myself, it's been going on for a while, and then it doesn't feel as awkward. And now, after having someone to talk to for a while, it's like, well then, it's about this is weird. Anyway, what's up, everybody? We don't have that many Koreans this time. Any new predictions at this point? I think Stats is warming up now. I think he's gonna be okay. I hope, honestly. I think Stats is just a really cool player. Dream, you know, Dream is okay. Dream is pretty cool. He has been up and coming for a while now, in a way. I know he's already been to military, but... Right, he has been to military already. Am I imagining this? Anyway. Also, by the way, thanks for all the follows, guys. Pelk into Karyu. Are you part of the Into clan? Is that you? Is that someone part of the... Anyway, Virgiliorb, Digital 86, Sarasis, Casting Awesome, Roguelven, Centicorat as well now, Trash Economy, Unconsciously 1204. Thank you all for the follows there. Much appreciated. It's just a Finnish name. Ah, alright. Well then. I'm not going to be able to pronounce it then, probably, regardless of how hard I try. Even if you tell me, and then, yeah, I'm still going to be like, alright, I'm messing this up. Anyway, what's up? You're back! Right on time.
I am back.
Wait, it's not a best of 3. It is, in fact, a... Let me see, it's 3-2 right now. Am I correct? Did I forget something?
Is it? That sounds right.
Sounds right. Alright, we'll go with that then. In the bottom left side, there's a red Terran. He is Dream.
Dream. And in the right hand side, we have... Stats.
You did that like the Sega kind of intro. You know that one? You've ever...
Sega?
Sega!
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Sega is? Oh my
No.
dear lord. How old are you again?
23. Had to think about that for a bit.
It's like a game company that used to make like Nintendo in a way.
Yeah, I know.
They made like Sonic, those types of things.
Yeah.
And then they kind of died out making consoles, and then they just kind of started working together with Nintendo, I believe, or other game companies. I think they're still around. I mean, if you have the Sonic franchise, you must still be around, right? That is... That's what
That's
I feel
true.
like anyway. It's like
Does
kind of
seem
like
like a
Crash
pretty big
Bandicoot
franchise.
or Mario. It's closer to Mario, I suppose, than Crash Bandicoot. Anyway, there's nothing happening yet, so I can just keep talking about this, actually. I'm like, oh, wait, focus! Stuff is happening. Not really, not really. Just a slight delay on that command center there, but nothing too important. Nothing too important.
It is a Marine first this time, which is a little bit different. So we'll see if maybe Dream finally decides to show us a different build order.
I think he's still gonna do Widowmine drops. I
It's
mean,
possible.
he's done it 5 times in a row right now. What do you find more difficult to deal with, actually? Widowmine drops or Hellion drops? Or are you not at
Personally,
liberty
have
to
a-
say?
That's okay. I have trouble with Hellion drops personally. Like
Yeah.
the slightly quicker ones with the proxy starport in particular. I think it's
Oh.
quite strong.
So
It's a
good.
nasty build, but
It really is. It's hard to scout as well, because like everything kind of looks okay, and then once the starport kind of starts building, you don't have that much in the shape for Protoss to really scout, do you? It's not really a
Yeah.
hallucination timing yet.
yeah, it's a little, unless you like build a sentry really quickly, then the hallucination isn't really in time.
Yeah. You're
It's one
basically...
of those builds where if you get caught with your pants down, it's just a really sad time.
Yep. And with it being proxied, I believe it does come in just before the blink is really done, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah, it comes in a little bit before that.
Good use of the adept shade there, minimizing the advantage of the high ground. I have the high ground, and now I'm sharing it with you.
Seems like you're right, by the way. Just another Widowmine drop.
Yep. Yeah,
And
I
another
personally, I
TvP
love the Hellion drops. I feel like they just do a lot more damage. Like the Widowmine, it's just like people have gotten so good at running away the probes in time. And then I feel like people, like for Protoss specifically, I'm seeing them always pull their probes in the same way. And then when it's Hellions, they do this the same way as well, because they're so used to pulling in a fashion against Widowmines. Just get everything the heck away from that thing. But then Hellions, they catch up, right? And then you have all your probes stacked on top of each other. And it just becomes worse. You're making the situation worse by having the same kind of, well, muscle response in a way, right? Muscle memory response to Widowmines when you're up against Hellions. And then it just suddenly does a whole lot worse because you're trying to run away with all your probes and they stack up atop one another and it's a massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think there's any truth in that, perhaps? Maybe?
Okay, hold on. First of all, we have the Widowmine in the natural. We have the Widowmine in main.
Wow, he actually gets to do with both of those.
And he gets out. Wow.
It's
Well, is he
pretty
going to get
nuts.
out? He gets out with 2 of the Widowmines.
That's fine. Doesn't get greedy.
So yeah, there is some truth in the fact that the Hellion drop can be a lot harder to hold off than the Widowmine drop. And it's less common, so Protosses always expect the Widowmine drop, right?
Yeah.
But the Hellion drop can come a little bit faster depending on how you build it, how you do it, and yeah, it's a good mix-up. And obviously, you respond differently, like you were saying. You don't want to be pulling all your probes away to deal with a Hellion drop.
Yep. Might just be the
By the
lower
way-
league Protostar that I cast sometimes, but who knows? Like not a stats, for example, you know, or a trap.
Yeah.
Might not have that
the
same
top-
problem.
The top level Protosses would, of course, just do their best to spread the probes versus the Hellions instead of running them all away, so the splash doesn't do as much.
Stats this time around not getting as aggressive with it. Well, he kind of was aggressive though with the Stalkers, right? But not to the same degree, I feel like. He did kind of slow it down. And it does seem to be kind of the overall idea. Correct me if I'm wrong, but overall in the series, it feels like he kind of gets aggressive with those Stalkers, and then after like a certain amount of time, he just backs off again. Right? And it kind of seems like after the first initial Widowmines.
Well, the difference this game was that Dream had the bunker up in time.
This is true.
So Dream either adapted or just decided to build a bunker faster this time.
So yeah, you can't get as much done. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, not that much actually. Envision on the edge here. He hasn't seen those med effects yet either, so I don't think he has any clue this is coming in.
Yeah, no vision at all actually. This could get a lot of damage done. Probes run away right away.
Oh, did he wall his own probes in?
Oh my gosh, did he? No, not quite.
Is there any way out? Okay, there is. It's like, we're stuck here!
The Widow Mine also went off on third, by the way, and got a lot more workers at the same time.
Jeez Louise. Oh, it's still there as well. It's gonna reset pretty soon. Okay, does get it.
And 14 workers have gone down. Stats is actually in a not a great position this game so far.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's absolutely losing an immortal here perhaps as well. No, it gets up. Okay. Good blink forwards. Saves that one. Have no fear. Blink stalkers. Oh. Nearby. Dream one for the gold base as well, which is pretty interesting. Wondering how that is going to influence the game here for him. He's just adding a couple more barracks, it looks like. That could mean that the follow-up attack here could be ever so much more devastating as, well, first of all, Stats losing a lot of workers. Dream getting a little bit more extra minerals here, so having a bigger bio ball. Also, the High Templar Archives is still very, very far away.
Yeah, pretty good force fields going down overall. The Widow Mine does connect on a couple of the sentries, but it seems like with the shield batteries, Stats should be okay here.
Yeah. Both those immortals feel like almost almost overextending there. Is he? Alright, yeah, does lose one of those immortals. As soon as those die, that I feel like that's problematic.
In the main. I completely missed that.
Oh my. I chose to miss it, don't worry about it. Yeah, okay, the attack at the front door also kind of getting cleaned up here, as there's no reinforcements there for Dream, of course, coming in. So his momentum there kind of dries up, and that stays safe for now. Getting that damage done as well, equalizing pretty much, I'd say let me see the income graph here. It's pretty equal. Pretty equal, but you know what? More zealots though with the war prison at the gold base. More workers. Oh, that whole position.
Oh.
One marine on the left side. He's like, aha! People said I was crazy for being here, but anyway, he still has a pylon there to warp in zealots on that left side.
Yeah, that's been there all game, huh?
Yeah.
Just kind of chilling there.
Dream has no idea about it either. In a way, it's kind of lucky that he expanded to the gold base here for Stats in a way.
These zealots could do a lot while Dream is attacking the front too.
For sure, yeah. Okay, there's a reasonable force of marauders and a couple of marines as well, but yeah, he's just not pulling his SCVs at all here. He's losing a lot of them. And, I mean, he was already a little bit behind, perhaps, on the work count overall, and now I feel like it's gonna be even worse. Storm is ready, so you might feel pressure to go in here, but up against, well, Storm going down a ramp here with the force fields as well. I don't know if I like it, Estrella.
Storm.
Yep. Is that how you, whenever you cast Storm, that's you're like, Storm.
Storm.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, nice.
Stats has actually been doing a really good job of coming back in this game. I feel like he was quite behind after the start. After the Widow Mine drop and the first push did quite a bit.
Yeah.
He has this extremely defensive setup with these batteries. 2 batteries cannon and another battery at the natural, so even though he's kind of behind in a lot of these games, or at least this game in particular, it seems like he's able to defend and make stuff happen with his warp prism on the other side of the map.
Yeah, for sure. Or just like a slow up in the pylon.
Oh, it finally goes down.
Got spotted. Trying to find those zealots. I mean, the zealots are still there though, funnily enough. I think he assumed that they ran away on the other side as that army now. Actually, they are. He's just like, all right, I'll do the same thing as you. I'm gonna start doing this as well. So yeah, some zealots marching in here. The army of stats menacingly at the front. The bottom side there's just a single marine checking to see if something crazy is happening there. It's not a fourth base for stats so far. You know what? He is committing to a fight here. The storms are pretty great actually, but except for that one on the left side there. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. It looks like he has enough now. Gonna start the A move, as there's not much left here. Full Dream in this base.
One final storm, and it looks like all of Dream's army is gone. There is still the double drop on the other side of the map that is putting in work, but
yeah,
it seems like stats might have enough to defend that also.
He does have enough energy here to recall as well if he wants to, but I don't know. Would you in this case?
Doesn't seem to matter too much. It seems like he can hold with just the weapon.
Yeah, he does. All right.
That was quite impressive. Come say that game.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Dream takes 1 point in the lead, and then Stats just ties it up again. He's like, no, I'll take one back. And then ultimately, you know what? We're gonna go up to 4-4, and then that's when he really has warmed up, and that's when he's just gonna take it. That's my prediction right now.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's gonna finally break the pattern when it counts the most.
He's like, yeah, you know what? He's just pretending like there's a pattern right now. Well, he's making the pattern himself, just so he can really rub it in the end there.
Well, he has stats. He is the pattern.
That's right. That's right. He's just working on his own statistics again.
The real question is who's the first person going to be to do a different build, if anyone?
Ooh, I don't know. I think Dream might do like a proxy, right? I feel like
he could.
That's the most likely one, in my opinion. That could happen. I could be wrong.
I'm trying to remember if Stats has scouted every game so far, then I don't think there's a good reason for Dream to proxy.
I don't know if he has, actually. It's just kind of go on whatever I want to in the early parts of the game, you know?
That's I want to say that Stats has scouted every game, but I could be wrong about that. So maybe Stats will be the first one to change it up?
What if we just kind of look at what he does now, and then we'll say like, hey, I probably just scouted. Or if he didn't, then we'll say like, yeah, I probably never scouted anyway.
I like it.
Just depending on what we see here. All right. Stats getting impatient here.
Maybe.
So the dots, they mean the same thing in Korea, right? As in other cultures. Or
yeah. I
yeah.
think so. I think Dream saying something, complaining about how he lost even though he had gold minerals. I can't quite understand.
What about caps lock? Caps lock the same thing in Korea as in...
Yeah. It just means Stats is even happier when he's saying it.
Just happier. Alright. Just means his mouth is more open, more widely open. I don't know. Okay. With a big smile. The score, don't ask me, I'll show you. If I remember. Yes. Right? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but look at what is happening here.
You're free to toot your own horn.
Sometimes, you know what? It's just some Dutch magic that happens. You know what? I think I might be unknowingly related to Rotterdam. I think that's what's happening here. Anyway, in the bottom right side, there's a red Terran. Almost said Zerk, and then I almost said Protoss. So it's a good thing I held that in. Anyway, he is Dream.
In the top left-hand side, it is our Protoss hero once again. Stats.
He is scouting, so should be okay. It's just a single Rex though as well. It's just a little bit of a Reaper. Although of course you don't necessarily notice as the Protoss, right? It is just a single Rex.
You can usually tell because if it's gonna be a 2-rax, you usually don't build 2 gases. So if Stats sees this double gas, I
Wait.
think he's gonna be
I didn't even see
pretty
that
sure.
there was indeed actually, yeah, the double gas. So now he needs to keep an eye out if the factory is in this side of the map or if it doesn't get thrown down, right? So
Yep, that's exactly right.
Do you know the timing for the factory when it's supposed to be coming down? Or?
I don't know the exact timing, but you kind of just move your probe around, see if the Rax is close by, and then you send it back, and the factory should be there. Like, that's how I know.
Okay.
But Stats actually did not recheck for the factory, which is interesting,
Yeah.
because most of the time you would do that.
I think he may have missed that, just, you know, there's 2 gas here, somehow.
I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he wants to proxy something himself. But
Oh.
this Reaper...
He's gonna get the
No,
gas
he's
here,
just scouting
ultimately.
around, I guess. Dream's also getting the bunker at the natural, which can be a little bit annoying for Protoss.
Maybe he just knows that Dream would never do a 1-1-1.
Dream's a nice guy, he just wouldn't do that to him.
Yeah. There you have that Hellion again. Oh wait, he made a bunker at the natural as well. That's a very far away bunker though.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it hits that close mineral patch or not.
I don't think it will. I don't think it will.
Stats can definitely keep mining from at least most of his base.
Yeah.
That's a pretty funny bunker location.
Just wait until that Hellion gets there though. He's gonna show us.
Yeah.
He's gonna run into that bunker. He's gonna be like, oh no, now I can't micro the Hellion. Oh, it just goes into the main base actually. There's no shield battery, so I might be able to slowly whittle down some probes. Actually, oh my god, alright, I take it all back. I take it all back. Killing full
this
probes.
actually done a lot.
Yep.
And he popped the Reaper back out of the bunker while he was doing that in the main also, and maybe got
See, that's one
kill on that
there.
Reaper too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Pretty good, pretty good. And at home he's making a siege tank. He's got 3 barracks actually on the way before a starport here. I've seen Innovation do this once. I'm not sure if this is the same thing. But at this one point, I believe it was versus Trap, maybe? Anyway, either Trap or... I'm not completely sure anymore. Anyway, what he did, he just skipped the entirety of the starports, and all he did was make siege tanks. So when you would normally have like 2 siege tanks for the push, he had like 4 of them, right? And that absolutely melted everything that his Protoss opponent could do, because he wasn't aware that there were 4 siege tanks in the way.
Yeah, this could absolutely be just a Marine siege tank push without any medevacs. But there are also variations of this where you kind of just delay your starport for some reason. I don't quite understand the Terran, how the Terran mind works, but...
I think you ever will, because even they find it a mystery sometimes. Anyway, yeah, it definitely looks like that's going to be the case.
That's
actually,
some subtle Terran shade I just heard.
wait, shade on my own. No. Sometimes, you know, it's with most players, though. To be fair. Okay, well, there is the starport now. I guess this does give him a lot more safety against, like, Link Stalkers in a way, because he has more siege tanks available. So aggressive Blink Stalkers. Takes them a bit longer to really, they don't have the opportunity, let's say, to really get as much done.
Yeah, it certainly helped for this little squad of 5 Stalkers. As you can see, there's plenty of siege tanks in the natural, and there's one in the main, so that was easily held off. I mean, obviously the big trade-off is just the tank count for like how fast your medevacs are coming, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So, I'm not sure if it would actually delay the overall push either.
Yeah, it seems like he's still gonna have a nice timing. Maybe a 7-minute timing or something for his medevacs and his Marine push to come.
Let's see, 5 gateways here for stats though. Is that a lot right now? 5 gateways?
This is pretty normal, but what
Right.
is slightly less usual is that Stats has opted to skip the Forge and go for straight for a Templar Archives instead.
Interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what Stats saw here. He did see that the starport was late, so maybe he knows that this is coming, right? Because he saw the reactor so late being built on the starport.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
this is
that's
actually
why you want to get the storm quicker.
It's really smart from Stats actually, because when you see this this many tanks coming out, the Terran has to build a lot more Marines instead of Marauders, because the tanks already take so much gas
Yeah.
and are so expensive. So against pure Marines, of course, Storm is going to be real good if you can get it out in time.
All right. Well, it definitely could work out here. That storm, I mean, that's like dead on right now, and it's when it's about to finish up here. It's getting close though. It might just not barely be out in time actually. That map's suddenly a lot shorter than you would think it is, isn't it?
It certainly feels that way when you're.
Oh wait, it's already here. Alright, well, Storm is ready now. Mostly Marines here, but the Siege Tank's in a really good spot here to zone out the Protoss forces.
Oh my gosh, does he not have charge? That's a. Oh, this is.
Oh, charge not ready yet. That's that's a big deal. Alright, a lot of stuff already dying. That's right, that's right.
Well, now it's done, but it might be a little bit too late. That was a really sloppy start to the fight for Stats.
It really was. Still has a couple of Zealots on the bottom, but now those medevacs are here, kind of healing up the Marines that did take a little bit of storm damage there. Alright, tries to commit once more. Might just barely have enough to clean this up. The Archon, would love to see that one move a little bit forward there. Didn't get on top of the Siege Tanks, unfortunately.
Looks like Stats might clean this up eventually, but he's lost a lot of units, so...
Definitely did. There's still a lot of bio here, actually.
Yeah. Bio is streaming GG.
Okay.
Well...
Sometimes you get surprised by it. You're like, yeah, it might still keep going. No, okay, no.
Yeah.
He did have 11 times the supply, actually, in army supply. So, yeah, it was 4 versus 44. So, you know, we can't blame him there for giving that one up.
And I wonder if his charge was late, or if he thought he had it for some reason, because with charge there, the fight probably goes okay for Stats, but...
Yeah, I think you're right. Honestly, he definitely moved in a position where you thought, like, alright, he's gonna go in, but then, like, he got a little bit closer, saw the Zealots when charging, and he's like, oh boy, time to back up again. It's not my day. And, yeah, I think you're right. I think that was actually one of the bigger things there. Because just looking at how close that was, right? If he cleaned up those siege tanks a little bit quicker, because those 2 siege tanks, they still hung around for a long time. Otherwise, I think if he still had all those zealots that he kind of lost, I think he may have lost like 1 or 2 High Templar as well due to the siege tanks there. But if he still had those units, I think those siege tanks would in fact die. Or if he had the charge there, maybe. It would have been a lot easier to clean those up anyway.
Yeah, you saw he almost cleaned it up at the end anyways, but the start was just too bad for him. Like,
yeah,
I think he had an interesting idea by skipping that forge and going for the fast storm instead.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty confident when in guessing that it's a reactive thing to what he scouted, but either way, it just didn't go his way.
Just a small judgment error, and well, I mean, he still is on his, you know what, overall pattern.
That's right. You predicted this to happen. I
did. Now let's see if the rest of my my vision is coming through here.
You predicted Dream to proxy. You predicted Stats to lose that map. You're like a prophet right now.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm the anti-Artosis. That's what I am. Not as good at casting, but you know what? Predictions, that's my jam. That is my jam. Alright, anyway, Dream and Stats. We're going on to Everdream again. This is, of course, Stats' his map choice right now. And if I'm not mistaken, we did already switch everything up. Yeah, we're in game number 8 now, so Yeah. So out of all the maps that Stats could have picked, this is the map he picked, unless if he wanted to play Simulacrum again. Actually, Simulacrum... kind of interested why Dream decided to pick that one, actually. I always feel like it's a little bit Protoss favored in a way.
That was the last map, right? They picked all the other ones? So he had no choice?
No, because it... Wait, was it though?
That was the 7th map, right?
Oh, right, it was, yeah. Yeah, I'm a dum-dum. Right. Well, ignoring that fact, in the bottom left side there's a Red Terran. He is Dream.
And in top right hand side on match, or about to
be on match points.
I can't even talk right now. It is Stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I said.
That's right. Caster trembles. I don't know what to call it. We should have some word for it.
We both can't speak now.
The caster stutters. Jitters.
Yeah.
Well then. So this is where Stats ties it up again. I'm not quite sure how yet. Probably will get himself Blink, I would assume. Dream. Well, it's 50-50 for him to go either Widowmine drop or Widowmine drop with a Hellion as well, and with the Reaper. We're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see if the Reaper gets a friend or not.
Yep.
It's just gonna be lone.
Oh, that poor little man.
Actually, maybe Stats will mix it up this game. He's been going Cyber first every game.
Oh.
But this game he went Nexus first, so it's already a tiny mix-up. Oh, and there's the pylon, so it looks like it's going to be a proxy. If I had to guess, it'd be a proxy Stargate this game. So Stats finally deciding to mix it up. It looks like.
Wow.
Match point
is scouting here, but he never really managed to get well into the base of Stats. Actually, I'm interested about this now. He went Nexus first, but then he also goes for the proxy. Is this like... Is that like some sort of a bluff? Could that be a bluff? Because now Dream sees, oh, it's Nexus first, and... Does that make it more or less likely that you would go for a proxy? Basically, is what I'm wondering.
You need to go Nexus before Cybercore for the extra gas when you want to place this build.
Alright.
Because basically the way it works out is if you get the Cybercore first, you get a faster unit. But if you get the Nexus first, you get a little bit more gas. So Stargate becomes a little bit easier to play.
He's lost 3 probes though.
That's crazy. How do you lose 3? And there's also a probe in the main of Dream somehow. I don't know how that got there.
He's just standing there still, so it's just like, don't
what am I doing?
move a muzzle. I don't know how I got here, but... Oh, man.
Oh, it's crazy. 4 workers have gone down already. That's actually,
yeah,
it's a lot.
It's a lot, but you know what? This Oracle, though, might be able to do a whole bunch more. As there's not really a lot here, right? It's gonna have this Oracle before even the first Widowmine is out. There's only 3 Marines on the map, 2 more on the way, but also 2 Adepts here. They're gonna pin down those Marines as the Oracle comes in. This could be a lot here, unless if that Widowmine gets the burrow. Oh, the repair as well. Oh, that was so close. That would have been cool, but unfortunately, you know what? I mean, Dream is supposed to lose this game, so...
It was in the cards.
It was.
Foretold.
There he is. Saying like, now, Arcos and you and your predictions!
If I could be wrong, but I think he said I knew it was coming.
Well, I knew it was coming, but...
Maybe someone Korean in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong about that, but... I knew he was saying that. He already knew it was...
I know builds, yeah. Well, maybe he knows the build now. After that happens, he's like, oh wait, I know this build. Well, this is kind of sad now. I mean, we do have the Hellion here, but he lost his Reaper friend this time. You know,
yeah.
He probably chose
Friendship
to die
never
there.
lasts too long, it seems like.
Yeah. Truly. Okay. 7 kills on that Oracle, actually. Is that 6 SCVs and a Marine, probably? Something like that. Around that ballpark. This is a lot of Phoenixes. Do you like going for a lot of Phoenixes after this? And what?
Hiding. There's a hiding middle mine.
That's
a lot of damage. I think Phoenixes is probably the most common follow-up to this build, for whatever reason. It seems like people kind of stopped liking the 2 or 3 Oracle that used to be pretty popular.
Yeah.
But, Phoenixes are good units, if that's what you're asking me.
So how many Phoenixes do you think is like a good amount of Phoenixes to go up towards?
I would probably stop at 4 or 5, but it seems like stats is comfortable. Just keep pumping them out.
Yeah, it's going up to 7 now.
It's
It's just like
found, he has to stop.
Yeah, it's just that whenever I see people going for this amount of Phoenixes, that like the bio pushes with the tanks, they just feel so much more strong. Oh my god, more workers getting killed.
Oh my gosh. The Oracle barely doesn't go down too. Yeah, so it's all going to be up to whether or not stats can hold off this push coming at the front right now.
Recalls. Needs to get to lift on those tanks before they start shooting. 2 shots already now. Lifting up Marines instead, actually. Okay. Huh. Don't see that every day. I guess that works, though.
Seems like it works, because there's only 2 more. Well, actually.
I'm still doing a
with
bunch
these
of
2
work.
adepts, it seems like stat should have enough to move it on. It wasn't the cleanest, but...
That's okay. He killed 6 workers behind this as well, right? So...
That is true.
Well, the bunker and the siege tank still stand.
I'm not sure if that's the right play or not, going after the Marines, because obviously they die faster, because Phoenix do bonus damage to Marines and not to tanks, but...
Maybe he thought he could get the adepts close enough so the siege tanks couldn't shoot as well?
I'm not sure. Maybe Stats just isn't afraid of siege tanks.
Could be the case as well.
I'm personally very afraid of siege tanks, but Stats doesn't have nightmares.
So be careful. You know what? You might be right. Look at that. It's just like, oh, another one. Let me just go grab it. No problem. You made 3 shield batteries behind us, and he's just like completely ignoring them. Does he really want to save the Stargates? Are you kidding me?
My unpowered Stargate. No killing.
If anyone's gonna kill my Stargate, it's gonna be me.
Yeah, Stats is super far ahead, by the way. Dream hasn't even started Stim Pack yet. And
what the hell? He hasn't, has he? Oh, God.
Yeah. All the damage Stats has been doing, combined with the fact that he committed to that attack.
Stats this time not going up for the High Templar first and foremost. He is going straight into the Robotics Bay. Have we seen that before already in this series?
I'm not sure. Have we even seen a Colossus this series?
I don't think so.
Right? Has it only been Disruptors?
It's only been Disruptors, I feel like. Yeah.
I can't remember a Colossus.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think we've seen a single one. Oh, he did say that they were bad, so...
That is true.
Now he's building them. The ultimate mind game. Although, we did already see a couple of Vikings. Actually, okay, he killed all the Vikings of Dreams, so that is fine then. Scouring the lands with those Phoenixes still. War Prism in the main base. A couple of, well, Zealots and an Adept. I almost said a couple of Adepts, and then it's like, oh wait, there's Zealots as well.
Yeah. Kind of a mixture of a drop. Strange drop, but gets 4 kills. 5 kills maybe? 5
yes! And Stim there still in production. Imagine if you just killed Stim with that drop. Oh my god.
2 Zealots and then an Adept. That'd be pretty crazy.
I think he started off with 3 Zealots there. Just have a warp in there as well. Maybe. Maybe.
Stat's actually going for 2 Robo Colossus, which is interesting. Don't see that every day. Normally, if it's 2 Robos, you see Disruptors.
You think this is because he feels like he's that far ahead?
It could be. if you kind of just want to A-move your opponent, Colossus are obviously better than Disruptors if you think you're far enough ahead to just kill them. So, maybe. I think his plan at first was actually to go Phoenix Colossus, but basically all of his Phoenix died.
Okay. Well then, Dream is moving out on the fields. A couple of Marauders, Marines, and the 2 with the mines. I think that kind of walking into that, well, their graves though. That's putting it lightly. I think you know what? Yeah, let's go at their graves. I think the firepower of stats here is going to be so humongous. It's going to dig an enormous grave instantly. All Dream has to do is lay down here, and he's going to be okay. Does have a drop at the top here?
The drop is a good idea. Stats actually, once again, has just the random cannon and shield battery though. He's had so much static defense all series.
Yeah. It's been working for him. Although this one maybe a little bit too far to the left. Might have anticipated the... oh my god. That does so much damage actually to those Marines. They're all alive though, still somehow.
This might turn into a little bit of a base trade, but obviously Stats Army is way bigger, so...
Yeah. And Dream still rotating back as well, actually. Retreating with those forces on the right side. He completely got fooled here. I think he thought the army would be on the right. And here it is on the left, killing absolutely everything. A lot of work is once again falling here for Dream, as Dream finally now gets his army together. But yes, I don't think he's too bothered with just moving back now as well. After dealing that damage.
Yeah, Stats is just smiling. He's not bothered about anything.
Yeah. With a mine, you know what, that's pretty large, but it's not large enough with this amount of Colossi. No Vikings here whatsoever. Not that many Marauders either. I think there's 7 Marauders. There's not even double the Marauder count as there's Colossi. And there it is. GG. Stats ties it up once again. What's it called again? The Oracle of Delhi? The Oracle of...
That's right.
The Oracle of Kozi?
The Oracle of Kozan.
Kojan?
Kojan?
Kojan. Nice. Alright, well, we're gonna have to wait and see. Metindol, thank you for that follow as well, as came Neth, Relo169. I kind of forgot which other people I already mentioned. Sensi Korat. I know I called Palk into Karyu. Well, that's Heavenly Land. I can read the chat, Heavenly Land. You don't... I haven't slept in 4 days. It's true.
4 days? Oh my gosh.
I lie. I always look tired. It's just my personality. No, actually, I've not been able to really sleep in for a while now. Which I love to do, but it's just too much work. Too much work to do. I'll try to apply some more makeup next time, Heavenly. I'm sorry. Where am I? Whatchamacallit? I don't even know the names of it. Anyway. Regardless of that, we're going back to purity in industry. The previous time it didn't really work out for stats here, but you know what? I think he has something special planned. I think he has something pretty neat planned here.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't know what though.
I think we're gonna see 2 gateways blink in a robo, personally. Yeah, but you have been the prophet this entire series.
You might be right. I think you might be right. I think the most special thing we're going to be seeing is once again being very aggressive with the Stalkers here. I would love to see another one of those pylons across the map to just get those extra 2 Stalkers for the aggression in. But yeah, you're going to have to kind of hope that there's no bunker there in time. Yeah.
Dream is saying the series needs to end. He's hungry. He hasn't eaten.
Oh man. I mean, he could have eaten as he was watching GSL, to be fair. I feel like that's his bad.
He could have.
You think he's still watching GSL, actually, or would it be too painful right now? You know,
yeah, you
getting kicked out?
I'm sure he's watching.
Alright. Better. Alright, anyway. Dreaming stats, here we go. Is it truly the day of Protoss, or will we have at least one Terran be victorious today? I don't know. After that GSL, it's gonna be a rough one. The stars have aligned. We've done the blood sacrifice, and we've tossed the bone dice. Right, that's what they did, right, in the past, I think. They, like, grabbed bones of animals and then they threw them in, like, a pot or something, and then they kind of looked at how they fell. I think.
I feel like I've seen that in some random TV shows, but I don't know if it's real or not.
It's probably. Let's just believe the cinema, all right?
It's real. It's gotta be real. It's gotta be real.
Seen it on TV. All right, at the 12 o'clock, the Red Terran from Bravestar Gaming. Will he be able to keep the overall rhythm going here and take another game? Let's wait and see. He is Dream.
And on the right-hand side, it is Stats.
I don't like the maps where you're kind of obstructed near the edge of the map already. I know it's like it has a lot to do with drops and stuff, but doing introductions and fancy camera movements become a lot harder when you're just like stuck to the wall mid like rotation. I guess at the 12 o'clock here, it's not that bad because you can still go to the left and the right of it, but then in stat space it's like ooh, well, you don't see it right now, but it's not great. It's not great. Anyway, what's Dream saying? Talking about his hunger again? Or
saying something about why Stats isn't scouting.
Ah, I see.
Or maybe he's talking about him scouting? I'm not quite sure. Something about the scouting.
Is that just GG?
Yeah, he did.
Wow. Alright, well, anyway. Second command center around the same time. Nothing too crazy happening just yet.
Dream might want to place down a cheeky bunker, like he did that other game on Simulacrum, if Stats doesn't scout it.
Yeah, but, I mean, don't put it there.
Yeah. Oh,
okay, that's good.
That's a spot. That's a reasonable spot.
Yeah. He learned. Adjusting.
Is that a Stargate? Yeah, Stargate.
Oh, my.
Once again, the Oracle was correct. He had something special planned on this map.
He did, didn't he?
3 for 3 today.
It's just, I shouldn't have backed off on my prediction, did I?
Oh, is this bunker gonna finish?
Doubted myself. Oh, it just might barely. Oh, it's so close.
Oh my
It
gosh.
does.
It did. Wow.
Don't know what
This is
got rid of
actually-
the rest of the pillars of the building. How do you call it? The reinforcements? Construction beams? But it did.
What
Anyway.
are
You know the
Oh,
when
yeah,
there's
yeah, the
like
bunker.
something under
Yeah, yeah.
construction? It like
Yeah.
it has like the beams around it.
Yeah.
The construction
How
beams.
annoying
Is that how
it
it's
is
called?
for construction beams?
Yeah, like
Support pillars? I don't know.
support pillars. I know you don't work in construction, but English is your main language, so.
I know.
Oh,
Ooh, trapped?
oh wow!
Not
Just
quite.
barely escaping that one. That's a nice goal, actually. Now back over here again. Oracle coming in. Did it get? Yeah, all right. There's a widow mine there.
Will Stat see it though?
Sufficiently.
Oh, he lifts it just at the wrong
my
time. Oh my
god!
Talk about bad
Will it
timing
matter?
left and Oracle.
Will he fly in there anyway?
It'd be a bold play for sure.
It definitely would. Well, we did. I did say it would be unexpected, so. Back into the Phoenix production as well. Now, so far, I feel like most of his success have come from the Blink play, hasn't it? I don't feel like the Stargate play. I'm not completely sure, actually. Is this the second time we've seen the Stargate so far?
I think so. I think we've only seen that proxy Stargate, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he is 1 for 1 so far. If you want to look at the stats.
Yeah, that's right. Better be wanting to look at these stats, because that's all this man does. If you go on his first person perspective as well. You just see him standing still with his camera and just continuously looking at the mini-map and stuff like that instead.
The screen looks completely different from the rest of ours. It's just numbers written all across the screen.
Yeah. Probability chance for going disruptor. Alright, so I'm kind of digging this quick third base from Dream here.
Yeah, there's also quite a fast third from stats though. He does the scan, the revelate, so he knows there's no Widow Mines and goes ahead and picks up 4 SCVs. It's quite a good start actually.
Oh my. 4 SCVs more gonna go down, and that's actually putting Dream back quite a bit on that work count. Now having that quick third, of course, does kind of help out a little bit. Did they get scouted actually by stats there? No. Okay, so Phoenix is just not getting close enough.
He might know if he's paid attention to the building barracks timing, but I'm not 100% sure if stats is in the know about that, about the third or not.
Alright, should find out now. Stats will.
He definitely knows now.
He's like inside of it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
It seems like an obvious play to revelate to look for the Widow Mines, but I actually don't really remember seeing it before for some reason. Just kind of revelating an area where you want to send the Phoenix in.
Yeah, it makes sense. But then, like, often they're like underneath SCVs, so they're already like behind some sort of refinery and stuff like that, right? So I'm not even sure how much easier it would be to see them.
You would see it with the revelation, because I think the life, if you have life bars enabled, the life bar would show up. So
oh yeah, that's true.
Even if it's hiding, you should be able to see it. But for some reason, I just feel like I never see that play happen.
Right, actually, that's a good call for not doing damaged life bars, but instead doing the overall life bars. Are there other reasons why you should go for the like the overall life bars instead of damaged?
I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but unless you're looking for like things hiding, you know how you sometimes hide things under a cliff or something.
Yeah,
on some funny map.
Yeah, you might as well, right? If that's gonna give you a little bit of an edge in some of those situations. Oh my dear lord, stats. I want to tell him so badly. Alright, well, it's happening here now. That's a nice little bit of aggression here coming in on that bottom side as well, but just a small patch of Marines and a Widow Mine and nice scouting. Oh my god, the Medivacs getting caught out though. Hey lord,
Dreamer's getting punished super hard for this.
Widow Mine might be able to get something done here. The probe's not really moving. What? Alright. That's a horrible connection for no response probes. Finally finding some damage. Full probes do fall, but that was a very costly attack.
Yeah, it just goes to show how risky it is to go for drop plays like that when there's a bunch of Phoenix on the map.
For sure, for sure. Now stats, you think he's gonna go for like a counter attack here, or he's still behind on army supply actually, and the worker count is equal as well, so even with that trade into the favor of stats, I don't feel like he's necessarily ahead right now, unless if I'm missing something here.
Yeah, his supply is quite a bit lower than you'd expect it to be, huh? Compared to Dreams, considering how well the game has gone. But I guess he does have a lot of tech. He's got 2 Forages, a Robobay, and the Templar Archives, and a bunch of Phoenix, so maybe that's why his supply is quite low.
Yeah, could be. I'm looking at the spending tab. I haven't done that in a while, but yeah, he's actually spent like 1,000 more resources here on tech. Alright, coming in with those Zealots right now. Reasonable Widow Mine connections so far. Trying to set them off with actually just killing them with the Colossi.
Yeah, it does get a cancel on the 4th base, which is not bad, but overall seems like a fine trade for stats, I would say. Only losing Zealots.
Now we're seeing the Vikings being mixed in, but already, of course, the High Templar as well, with the Storm on the way. Ah, that's the Ghost Academy too, though. So yeah, I think Dream pressing the right buttons here. doing the good stuff, and Stats kind of doing the same thing actually. Also doing all right. Getting the cancel on that 4th base a little bit, as you said, unfortunate, but I don't think it's really game ending anywhere for either of these players here.
Yeah, it seems like Stats just wanted to take a nice mosey over to the other side of the map and scare Dream a little bit, but he should be waiting for his Templar, his Storm to finish before taking any engagements, I think. No, he's taking an engagement right now. He's kind of getting caught against these rocks. That was a bit sloppy.
Definitely was.
Yeah, he had Storm right about to finish, so there was no reason to attack there, I would think.
Maybe he just didn't expect Reem to really push through that little choke himself.
Yeah, that's certainly possible.
I mean, against Colossi and stuff like that, it does kind of seem like a like a suicide run in a way. You know?
Yeah. Dream is not afraid though.
He really isn't. Right, well, a lot of static defenses being thrown down again.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, the way he's setting up his base is just so safe. 2 Templar full of energy in the main along with the cannon and the shield battery, and a bunch of static defense at the 4th. Once again, Dream is just smelling these Zealot run-bys coming, which is really good by him.
Yeah, he has like a 6th sense for this.
Yeah, his 6th sense is Zealot.
Zealot. He can think like a Zealot will think. Alright, well, I mean, his little Zealot counter pressure might just actually turn into side pressure of his own. So that's actually figuring it out as well, like, oh, you probably will have stuff there this time.
Yeah, both players are just very aware when it comes to when units are going to be coming around the side of the map.
Yeah.
By the way, something a little bit unusual, but I like, is that Dream has decided for an orbital at the 4th, whereas almost always you'll see a planetary.
Yeah. This is most likely need to be the planetary base, but you think any reasons why you would go for the orbital here instead? Just
yeah,
more
I'm guessing
money?
just because it's so tucked in on this map. The base, like you would almost never target that base. You'd target the 5th base Dream is building instead, that back base.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's an interesting choice. I haven't seen that before, but it seems like it should be good.
Right, a couple of interesting tech structures on the way as well, actually. We saw the fusion core, first and foremost, but we're also already seeing the fleet beacon and 2 extra stargates being added in. So both of these players truly getting ready for the ultimate late game here.
This is kind of reminding me of the first game they played on Purity and Industry also.
Exactly.
Dream really trying to push forward here, but Stats has plenty of disruptors. Actually, Dream's got another force on the bottom. It's trading out with some Zealots.
It's doing okay. Just have good upgrades here, but you know what, standing still now, we'll be able to kill it off there with the 2 Metafacts as well, I suppose. Yeah, so previous time we saw this, of course, this scenario, as you mentioned, in game number 1, work out rather nicely for Stats, but it was mostly him just using the disrupt attack, using the gateway army to kind of get those flanks going. Dream just not letting that happen at the moment. And another big difference is that we're seeing those 3 carriers at the same time being constructed. We have not seen those just yet either. And carrier disruptor, definitely a very, very strong force. But Dream, he seems pretty ready with... how many Vikings is that? 10 Vikings. It's a normal amount. Just a casual number of Vikings there.
Yeah, I'm surprised by how high the Viking count is too, but it's definitely the right call considering the carriers on the way.
Yeah,
last time Stats didn't even get to build carriers, but okay, hold on. Dream is trying to push up the ramp. Man, Stats' defensive setup is just so good.
Storms everywhere. Very attentive here. Realizing what is happening at what time. Kills off the drop at the left side. Kinda might be forced to push into this disruptor zone here. As Dream is pressuring this natural base. And walking around, you mentioned the previous time, it's a long walk going through that 3rd base there from where he is right now.
Yeah, but stats carriers should be popping soon. Yeah, if he needs to, he can defend the upper location with 3 carriers. His Dream's gonna push back down into the cannons and disruptors. I think stats defense is just too solid though.
It's really doing well. Okay, nice jump underneath that Liberator. Gets that one. Disruptor zoning away the rest of the army.
I mean, Dream is building Liberators. I don't know if Dream knew there were carriers on the way. I don't think that's what he'd be building right now. And yeah, there is a nuke.
Yes! Oh, yes, alright. I'm really hoping we're going to see that one launch at some point. I already have the hotkey for the camera set up. Where's
I think
exciting?
these carriers are actually just going to catch him completely off guard.
Yeah.
He's not getting the Viking. He's stopped building Vikings. He's building Liberators, which are not the counter carriers.
He's not replenishing them. I mean, a nuke counters everything, right? In a way.
That is true. If you just nuke every spot on the map at once, you can't dodge it.
GG.
Right, the nuke.
Yeah. Well, I was a little bit late there. We got it. The tail end of it. The best is to already be zoomed out or zoomed in and then go. This is awkward. The whopping of those salads. We're almost here, boys. Just die before they really know what hit them. Anyway, the carriers here in the natural base, they did get figured out. There's only 3 of them so far. Okay, 2 more do enter in the fray. But those Viking numbers still pretty plentiful to deal with a lower amount of carriers. This rest of Stats army completely out of position here. Not really ready to deal with this. No way to recall either. And the carriers just getting caught off out of position here with the rest of the army. Stats, where is the rest of your army? Coming in right now.
Really awkward fight. Did all the carriers? There's only 2 carriers left, it seems like.
Yeah.
Stats is starting to clean up the bottom part of this force, but Dream still got plenty at the top. It seems like Stats might actually hold.
Might. The carrier, well, Switch completely figured out now. He does manage to hold it, but will lose quite a bit for it, actually. Trading out that, oh my god, don't look at the Protoss Unisoul stat here.
That was one of the awkwardest engagements I've seen.
Yeah, between all those buildings, it was very tough to call. It's like
Stats army was just so spread out. The carriers were kind of getting isolated to the top, so...
Yeah, Stats definitely late to the party there with the rest of his army, huh?
This is still a game, though. The supplies are somewhat close, and the carriers are still coming out, so... Carriers and... Stats still has 5 disruptors, so... Definitely still in this game.
Look at the unit loss tab, though. Like, it's 4k minerals difference here in favor for Dream. It's like 1.5k difference in gas in favor for Dream. He's really been pulling some great moves here. The disruptors for Stats are gonna have to pick up the alright, well, there you go. They're gonna have to pick up the slack is what I wanted to say, and then, you know what?
I'm a little bit surprised Dream isn't opting to build more Vikings, because of course he knows there's carriers now, but he's sticking with just Marines, Marauders, and Ghosts.
Marines, Marauders, Liberators, and Ghosts, yeah. He's adding another, one of those Ghost Academies, though, so... I mean, it's like we're seeing Vindicta play, actually.
Shout out to Vindicta. Yeah, maybe he thinks you're right, that nuking really is the counter to everything.
It might be. No, it is, obviously. Right, so... On in, on through. Uh-oh.
Oh, Stats knows it's there, but he didn't have the detection to see the ghost.
The probes!
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, that is fine nuke, actually.
I guess he doesn't need the probes there, right? In a way. Oh, wow, that High Templar actually survives. Unbelievable.
The High Templar was a hero. Got 2 storms off
and lived to tell the tale. Oh, second one. All right. Well, this is difficult actually. You see what I mean with like the map side where you can't go into.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
no,
boy.
Stats!
Stats!
Okay,
he's okay.
Saw it last minute.
A lot of static defense is going down here, though. Now, the army for Stats pretty good, well clumped up, and does respond to this force here.
Oh my god.
Oh, right. Well, Stats, he's in trouble now. But he still has a very strong army here. The carriers and those disruptors. He does have +3 air weapons on the way as well. Carriers benefiting from those enormous amounts. But I feel like he needs to bring the pain to the other side of the map here as well for a little bit. Or in a little bit, because he's just been taking it here right now.
He has been taking it, but the one thing I will say is that once you're just on carriers and disruptors, it is a very, very strong composition. So maybe what Stats is waiting for is just a maxed army. What are you chuckling about?
Oh, he didn't have stealth for the ghost, or so he just used the disruptor shot there. Anyway, drop in the main base here for Dream. Well, Stats. I mean, I don't know. It's for Dream in Stats' base. A lot of fighting going on here. Let's keep our eye on this main fight right now. The disruptor shot's not really connecting just yet. Great movement from Dream here, dodging most of those shots. He's coming in. That's a lot of Vikings there, helping out the situation against those carriers. And I'm not sure if Stats has enough here. He's gonna have to retreat. Those carriers don't have any interceptors left. And GG is called.
Gee.
Something went wrong here.
Dream takes the whole thing 5-4, and unfortunately proves your prediction wrong.
I don't know. I think I just looked into the wrong timeline there. Something must have happened. Must have thrown it off there. I don't know what exactly, but anyway, that was a great series overall. That was a lovely one. Stats bringing it pretty darn close, but you know what, Dream having good maneuvers there. Getting himself some nukes as well. You know what else can you ask for? A lovely series, lovely games. Guys, if you want to check out this series in a bit more detail, want to dissect it, of course, go get yourself the replay pack of the Matcherino page. And go get yourself also, of course, the code filled in on the Matcherino page as well. And then you're going to be able to add a little bit of extra money for these players into the prize pool, which is always appreciated, right?
Right.
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 You know what? More money into the pockets of StarCraft 2 game is it's what the world needs right now.
That's right.
Anyway. Also, let me show you guys actually real quick the Matcherino page, just so you guys kind of get familiar with it. It won't be as scary once you get there all by yourself alone. All you gotta do is press contribute, fill in that coupon code, et voila, contribute. And that's all. You're done. You're donezo. That's everything you need to do. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wardy actually contributing $6.50 there. Interesting. Thank you, Wardy.
Thanks, Wardy.
Not sure when that happens, but hey. It's nice.
Cool.
It's nice. Yeah. Anyway. Anything else worth forgetting to mention? A lot of people... Yeah. Farron, you're right. You're right. I was wrong. Unlucky. I had a lot of things I had right this time, and it felt amazing for once to get so many things right. But you know, ultimately, you got to be wrong sometimes. You know, otherwise it's just gonna flow to your head, and you know, then when you do get something wrong, it's gonna be so much more of a kicker in the balls instead of just right now. You know, I'm still expecting to be wrong, really. Okay, Estrella, thank you for co-casting with me. That was a lot of fun. I learned a lot again, once more.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Anytime. And yeah, now I'm gonna have more stuff to talk about again in my next solo cast about like all sorts of timings and things. The things you teach me. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm gonna be looking for somebody to raid at this time. Let me see if we have anybody from Alpha X actually streaming right now. I mean, if you turn on your stream right now, Estrella, that would be a good time to do so.
Nah, I'm quite tired actually.
Alright, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, been watching StarCraft all day, that's tiring stuff.
It is. Now you gotta still play as well. That's oof. Dear Lord. Alright, that is us actually. All I'm seeing is Chris right now in my follow list, but let me see actually. Maybe Sushi is telling me something. Nope. Alright, it's our choice. It's our choice. Completely. Do you see anyone?
No,
who would you want to raid?
We could raid Wardy for giving us the $6 earlier.
Alright, let's do it. Guys, I hope you're gonna have a good day with Wardy, alright? And, well, I hope you had a good day with us watching the games right here. Let me do the raid right now. There we go. I'm sure he will appreciate our little nuts and peanuts that we can throw to him in for him anyway. All right, guys. See you next time.
See you next time.
Get ready. Bye-bye.